Intro. Who's on the intro?
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Me.
Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the. You know what? Welcome to the Misfortune Podcast.
The Lynch Fortune podcast.
The Lynch for. Oh, wow, hold on. Welcome to the
Okay,
Lynch.
no.
No, we
Come
can't
on.
beat that. We gotta.
Come on.
What? What?
What are you saying?
Are you saying we should encourage that? Welcome to the Lynch Fortune Podcast.
Okay.
What? You said it.
We're cutting this whole part out.
Why?
You said, "Do I support it?" Like what? Like what are you?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Welcome to the Misfortune Podcast.
Crazy dialogue's already going on.
What do you mean we're cutting this out as if you're in the editing process?
Hey, back in the day.
All right.
Back in the day. I've saved your ass so many times, dude.
Oh, I know you. We were saying, dude, before we started recording, like a little bit ago, I was looking through some of the chat logs between us on Discord from like when the podcast first came about.
What were we? What?
Well, we didn't actually say anything
Was it bad?
explicitly bad, but it's just like the way that we talk to each other, just like, oh, that's interesting. That's intriguing.
Are you suggesting? Never mind. All right, let's. Welcome to the Sports
Welcome
Podcast.
to the Sports
We're talking about
Podcast.
David Lynch, and that's why I fucking said that.
We're
Okay.
talking about David.
Filmography. Fuck about. We're back. We're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, David Lynch.
Yeah, he's something.
See, I called it. I called it.
Okay, I know you did. After we recorded the last
episode, you were so enthusiastic, and I was just like, I just know.
Okay, you're thinking that I think negatively of them right now.
That's what I'm assuming. That's definitely what I'm assuming.
Okay. Here's my overall thoughts on Lynch and his filmmaking process.
Okay. Straight out the gate, all right.
I think I have a vague comprehension of the vision, but I think with me personally it just doesn't connect, but I understand. Okay. Like from the mind of an artist. I understand what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? I think he's a little out there, and
really,
well, okay. What I will say is, if he was actually like his movies in real life, I don't think I would like him. I think I would think that he's annoying.
No, he's chill.
If you look at anything in real life, he's just kind of goofy, like kind of silly, funny.
He's not pretentious at all.
No, not at all. Like he has fun with it. Like I think he enjoys the fact that no one understands what he's doing.
Because he's not like, oh, it's like a fucking mystery box that you have to figure out, and like I'm so elusive. No, he's literally just like anything I've read on like the making of any of these movies is just him being like, I like the idea, so I put it in the movie. Like
right.
That's literally just how he operates. Like Inland Empire, he got it started because Laura Dern said Inland Empire. And he liked the combination of the words.
Like, I like that.
Same thing with Lost Highway. He's just like, oh, Lost Highway. That sounds like it'd be a lit movie. Let's make that movie.
Let's run that up.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. I agree with that for sure.
But that being said, his movies are hard to comprehend. And also, okay, I think it helps knowing that it's not just me. It's like no one knows what he's going for. Like, I say that
for sure.
Yeah,
but other movies, he's a little more obvious.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind
not all nonsense.
No, it's kind of a spectrum from like Straight Story, and then like Blue Velvet's in the middle, and then like
make a fucking
Inland Empire's on the other. And yes,
yeah.
Like, and the thing is, I kind of got like a general not to skip through all the movies, but I kind of understood generally what each movie was about after thinking
Mhm.
about it for a minute, other
Right.
than Inland Empire,
Hmm.
which okay, I think, but that's the thing you think, and then it's just
You
you don't know, you don't know,
you never know,
you never
but
know.
that's the fun.
But
That's
that
the
is the
fun.
fun. Yeah. So
This is definitely like in terms of filmography. We this is our fifth one, so we can like
is it?
we get yeah we got a top five.
I
We
thought
got a
we've
top
done
five.
more.
No, we've done Kubrick.
Yes. Was that
Uh,
our first one?
that was our first one.
What? I thought it was like a third. Okay, yeah.
Kubrick, Denis,
Denis,
Bong,
Bong,
Fincher, and
Fincher,
now
no,
Davey.
Tarantino.
Oh yeah,
This is
Tarantino.
our sixth.
Oh, okay.
Wait, one,
But yeah,
two, three,
yeah,
four. Yeah, yeah.
it's
So
it's the one that has like that that requires the most
the
like
most thinking,
the most thought.
probably,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. His is, but in a way that kind of makes them interesting. Like
Yeah.
they're
Well,
open
that's gonna be half
ended.
of this podcast. Is I'm just like
Oh, you're gonna be
I'm just gonna
theorizing.
ask you. I'm just gonna ask you. Yeah, like what you thought
Mm.
this movie
Okay,
meant
I'm a fan of
because
that. I'm a fan of that.
like filmmaking wise, we're gonna talk obviously about each movie and how
Oh,
he is
obviously.
in the making of them. But I think it's undeniable that he is a skilled filmmaker
Yeah, no,
because
absolutely.
he can do the weird stuff, and while it might seem like weird or like the acting might seem off, it's all a choice because he can also do a straight story. He can also do a Elephant Man. Like
Right.
he just chooses to do this like stylistically, and
Right.
that's why I think he's
Yeah, it's
interesting.
intentional. Yeah. Yep. Um, well, that being said,
Let's get
we
into it.
just jumping right in.
With Eraserhead.
Eraserhead. So, okay. So
I want to hear your
getting
yeah.
into this one.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, I'm gonna have you say what you think first for every single movie. You're gonna go first
Okay.
for every single
All
movie.
right.
I wanna
Rating or
I
no
wanna
rating?
rating.
Okay.
I think that's usually we do it. Yeah,
Yeah. So, this actually started out as a very light 8 out of 10.
I saw that. That
Ended up ended up taking it down a little bit to a higher 7,
okay.
in my opinion.
It's not bad. That's not bad in this era.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And this is my 6. 6 and a 9. I guess we should specify we did not do Firewalk with Me.
Yeah, we're
Um,
gonna watch Twin Peaks
yeah,
at some point.
at some point.
But yeah, I mean, we've skipped movies before, so I
Yeah.
mean,
We'll
it's
add
okay.
this, we'll add this to the queue of the long queue of things that we need to watch for the
Oh
podcast.
yeah, of course, ever expanding.
Right. Um, but yeah, no, Eraserhead, 7 out of 10 was my 6th out of 9
Mhm.
movies.
Lower end,
Um, what's up?
lower end. I was just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Not,
That being said, don't think it's a bad movie. I was actually very entertained by it. Very entertained by the hour and a half long runtime. Big fan of that.
oh yeah,
Um, that
that
was
was
that was
beautiful.
not. I kind of wish he would have done that towards the later end.
I think it
Um,
was uh I think they cut. I heard that they cut like 20-ish minutes, which I
uh,
wouldn't have minded.
yeah,
I that's not that egregious, but
yeah,
I think it is perfect at the length that it's at.
yeah. I think it works well. And you know what? I enjoyed it. It was a little hard to get into at first, I feel like, but by the end of the movie, I kind of understood the general gist of it. It's so am I offering up my interpretation? Is this that part?
We're putting you on the Lynch
Put him
stand
okay,
right
put him on
now.
the stand. So in my opinion, I'm writing my thesis for the episode.
Yes.
Um, in my opinion, I think this movie is a metaphor for a couple different things.
All right. All
The
right.
more obvious one
There is a
is
right answer for all of these, so just letting you
is
know.
there? Okay, I didn't
No,
know that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay. The more obvious one is just it's a metaphor for like parenting and what it's like to be a parent and to have this child, especially like in the case of I don't know if this was the case, but like an unwanted child. Um,
Mm,
I feel like that is one, and then the other metaphor I think is for the idea of like capitalism and industrialism. We're getting deep
Oh
on
yeah,
this podcast. We're getting
we
deep
got
on
some.
it.
Yeah, there's some machinery in this film.
Oh,
That's for certain.
this is a very like machinery heavy film. Um, yeah, and I think it's kind of like the effects that it has on people and their their mental state. Um, I think that this was kind of like more of like more of like Lynch warning against the effects on it from what
Mm,
he saw back in the 70s, possibly. Um, yeah, that's my interpretation.
I fuck with that. I
Okay.
fuck with that.
Yes.
Um, this is my number three.
Okay.
Um, I, I think it was more so process of elimination than it was like I'm like this is one of
Yeah.
my most well regarded
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it kind of was.
Lynch movies, but uh I really liked it. I mean it was a little more grotesque than I was expecting. I mean I've heard about the fucking the baby and like
Yeah.
the fucking like him cutting him up at the end, but I had to, I'm not gonna lie. I don't usually turn away from this kind of. I looked away.
See, of all
I
the
peeked.
things we've watched together and you're just like watching it like stone face, this is not what I would expect for you to look
What am
away
I
from.
stone faced?
I don't even remember like what have we
We have
watched?
watched some crazy
I
shit
mean
though.
like like the Reddit nights.
Okay, I told you I've been
I know
resensitized,
you're a
bro.
change man.
I
You're a
can't,
change man,
I
I
can't
know.
do it.
Um
But no, it just just
yeah,
something. It is like it's so fucking
makes you a little squeamish,
small and
yeah.
like it's yeah. I was
Okay,
real squeamish.
here's the thing about in my opinion is I wasn't like like disgusted by it or anything. I found it more sad than anything else.
No, I no,
Okay,
I
you did
am in
too?
both camps. I thought it was really sad. A lot
Yeah.
of people are like, "Fucking Eraserhead baby, oh my god," and like he's like that. What I'm getting is that he hates that fucking kid.
Right, yeah.
But I felt like yeah, super fucking bad for him because it's like fucking hard for him to breathe because his fucking internal organs are being held together by bandages. Like
Yeah.
I felt bad for the kid.
No, I was getting real sad watching that. I mean, but
It was a real bummer.
I mean, it sucks. It definitely does. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But yeah, yeah. Overall thoughts on the movie. I, 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 I really liked it. I think it was a good tone setter for sure.
Yes.
Um, but surprisingly, I don't know if you'd agree, but I don't think there's another Lynch movie like this. Despite
No.
being similarly weird, I don't think there's another one like this.
No, there really isn't.
Because like even in, because like it's maybe I don't want to say the most devoid of story, but like there's just not that much dialogue. It's not like a conventional movie, whereas I feel like every other movie at some point leans into the more conventional
Right.
like formats or like attempts to have uh uh a recognizable plot to some extent. Even Inland Empire, like the first like 30 minutes, there is a semblance of a plot
Yeah,
that is
no, for
being like
sure.
assembled that you I mean obviously it gets taken like way the fuck another direction, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I like this because I think I think it's singular like in that way in his filmography and uh yeah I liked I was squeamish but I liked how grotesque it was.
Oh yeah.
Love how it looks. Love the black and white. Uh
The black and white was great. I love like it's very I don't even know how to describe like particly, like kind of a little bit of a dusty movie. I feel like
very dusty. Very dusty.
very dusty. You know, I don't know. There's just something about like I wouldn't say the cinematography, but it's just like how shit looks in this movie. I feel like is very
Yeah,
unique. Very I don't know. I feel like dreamlike is a way that you can describe any of his movies, but this
all of
one
his movies,
feels
yeah.
dreamlike like in a little bit of a different way. Like
Yeah.
this one
Like
feels like
that
an
opening.
actual dream like I could have. Yeah.
That fucking opening, yeah, where it's just like
Yeah.
his head in front of the goddamn planet and then he gets turned into erasers and shit. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's very, very dreamlike. And the interesting thing about this is um it was like he wanted to be a painter. He didn't want to be a filmmaker.
Right.
Um initially.
Mm.
So that really comes through. I feel like,
Yeah, I could definitely see this as a painting.
and a lot of the imagery, and that's why I think he's more okay with his films being like, um, everyone has their own interpretation. It's more like an image that like has qualities, but isn't like screaming
Right.
the meaning of them to you. And
Yeah.
I like his movies for that, and sometimes I don't like his movies for that.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, for sure.
greatest strength and his like greatest flaw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about Eraserhead. I had a good time. Good midnight movie. Probably
Same.
throw it
Yeah.
on again some fucking
I was
Halloween.
watching it at midnight for sure. Well, okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I know October we always watch our horror movies, but I feel like this one kind of would have been the perfect one to do during October because half of these could have
Oh yeah,
qualified for the horror
that's true.
category.
That's very true actually.
But no, yeah,
Good on
Eraserhead
theme. On theme. Good job,
on.
kid.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Do I get misfortune points for that?
Yes, 100 points to Caden.
um, but
Log
no,
that shit.
yeah, no, I enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say about it. It definitely there's not like a ton going on.
Mhm.
It's more of a visual movie than anything else.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
but yeah, enjoyable, enjoyable.
Enjoyable little flick.
It was.
And that's hey, that's a good omen to me that it's at 6 and you still fairly
Oh yeah,
enjoyed it.
oh yeah. No, I
I'm very
mean
interested to see the
the
rest.
things above, enjoyable, enjoyable.
All
Um,
right.
so
Uh,
next one is
moving
Elephant
on
Man,
to the Elephant
the
Man.
Elephant Man.
Um, David Lynch was more so commissioned to do this than
Yeah, you can tell.
him actually wanting to do it. But
You can
what did you
tell.
think?
This was a
What did you
corporate
think?
sanctioned film.
Yeah,
Um,
he had two back to back.
right. So this is the beginning of the 8 out of 10s for me.
Okay.
This is at my number
Dune coming in with
five.
an 8 out of 10 coming up.
You bet. You bet. Uh, wait, hold on. Anyways,
Oh,
um,
nice.
so this is my five, one
Okay.
above Eraserhead.
Step up, step up.
Um, I enjoyed this movie. I feel like it feels a little long to
Really?
me. Yeah, I mean,
Like one of the shorter ones to me. It's not like obviously it's like 2 hours long, but like I
yeah,
mean, just
yeah.
pacing wise.
No, I get that. Yeah, I guess I don't know. There were just some points where I was like, okay. Um, would I watch this again? No, probably not. Like I feel like this one definitely had its boring moments. Um,
Mm,
but when it was good, it was like it was one of the most enjoyable to watch. I feel like.
okay.
You get young Anthony Hopkins, young and hopeful Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah,
It's just
crazy.
like, and the whole movie, I was expecting like one of the. It was like, oh, this isn't as positive as you think it is, but it's just everyone's gonna just they're happy to be there for the Elephant Man.
He grows more timid like towards the end. He's like, "Oh yeah." He's
Yeah,
like, "Oh, thank you for everything, Anthony Hopkins. I love you so much. Thank you for everything you've done." He's like, "Yeah, yeah,
oh, of
yeah,
course.
yeah."
Yeah,
As if this wasn't his fucking life's work.
right. Yeah. Um, Anthony Hopkins, who is it? John Hurt, I believe,
John Hurt.
as the Elephant Man. Really good makeup,
Oh yeah.
like incredibly good makeup for
I don't know how it would hold up
1980.
in color, but it looks
Yeah.
fantastic in black and white.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, I don't know. I really like it. I like the. Oh, it very much feels like a period piece.
Yep.
But because what is it? Is it like
It's like,
Victorian kind of
yeah, I
era? I
think so.
guess like in
Yeah,
Britain. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Like I felt like this is one of his more straightforward movies. Um,
for sure.
uh, just a nice little touching story. Touching story.
Calm little film. Calm little
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, this is my number 4.
Mm.
I give Eraserhead an 8 out of 10, by the way.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, this is my number 4 with the 8 out of 10. This and Eraserhead are honestly interchangeable to me. I just think
Yeah.
Eraserhead was the more remarkable movie of the two in terms of like what it actually had. And yeah, I would rather watch Eraserhead than Elephant Man. So,
Yeah. I would too.
yeah, this was definitely a commissioned movie, but
Absolutely.
I think he did a really good job,
Yeah.
and even with the Hollywood sanctioned feel, you can see that you can see the Lynchian parts.
Right.
And you can still see it, like the
Right.
fucking when he's like having a fucking bad acid trip and dreaming about elephants like halfway through. I was like,
Yes.
all right, this is when David stepped.
Yes. Yeah, you could definitely tell that there are some parts where he was he had to throw in his influence.
But yeah, this movie just like more so carried by like really good, really fucking good performances. I think this got
Mm.
nominated for an Oscar. I'm not gonna do the Oscar game because
Yeah.
I don't think Lynch was very popular with the Academy.
No.
But yeah, John Hurt, very good. The only weird thing like I didn't like about this movie was like the fucking was like that one guy, that one little rascal who would like rally up a group of people and like fucking torment him. It just felt
Yeah.
so like the rest of the movie felt like so like real. Well,
That felt a
it's a
little like that
bit
wouldn't
sentimental and
happen.
yeah, it felt everything else felt believable. Yeah,
Yeah.
dramatic and sentimental, but like believable. But that was just like, okay, Lynch, you're reaching a little too far into your bag here with this
Right.
fucking guy being like, ah!
Either that wouldn't
Yeah,
happen or they would be doing a lot worse to him.
oh yeah,
They wouldn't just
yeah.
come in and just kind of like rile him up a little bit and then just leave. Like they would
Give
either
him some
not do
nookies.
that or
Yeah,
they
they
would
would.
fucking murder him.
Yeah, they would go crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'd go crazy.
But yeah, again, I don't really have much to say about this movie. There's not much
Yeah.
to interpret.
No, not a very
Um,
interpretable movie.
pretty sad movie, but also a pretty sweet one by the
Yeah,
end.
it's a little bittersweet.
I feel good by the
Yeah.
time it's done, even though he's just passed.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Elephant Man, pretty good,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
great. Yeah,
Um
done.
yeah,
Moving on.
moving on. June? Is
Yeah,
June next?
June. Yep.
June. Okay. So, so this was originally I gave this originally a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Um I was not fucking with this movie
Mm.
until
You
last
realize it's
night.
a 10.
Yes,
You rewatched it.
until last night when I had finished all the Lynch movies and I was like, "You know what? It may not be great, but like it's so much more comprehensible than all the other Lynch movies." And I was
Which is
like,
hilarious.
"Yeah." And I was like, "I
It's the fucking Cliff SparkNotes version of fucking
right."
Dune.
And I was like, "I got to pump this up a little bit." So it's a 6. It's a 6 out of 10. And
Damn.
this is going to give away some later things
Oh,
probably.
I'm sure. Yeah.
This is an 8. This is my 8 out of 9.
Oh, I thought you said it was an 8. I was like,
No. This is a 6 out of
I
10,
forgot you just
but
said
it's my
6. Yeah.
8, ranked 8. So second to last.
I can probably guess what your next
You probably can.
9
You
is.
you probably can. Um
Uh,
okay, so right off the bat, my issue was when I finished the movie, I think I was thinking too much about Villeneuve. That's the issue, is I was comparing it to
mm,
Villeneuve.
right.
Um Now every one of my family members who had seen that movie before they watched Villeneuve, I was talking to my grandpa, he watched the movie in theaters, the original Dune. And he was like, I hated it, I walked out in the middle of it. I was like, okay.
Pretty
Awesome.
unanimously hated, I think.
Awesome. Yeah. Um I feel like it was like okay, I'm gonna keep saying this for all of his movies, but I could see the vision that he was trying to go for.
Where could you see the vision?
It was a more like kind of steampunk, like industrialist
Mm,
Dune than like retro futuristic like Bill News is. And I
right.
haven't read
Yeah.
the book, so I'm not really sure which which interpretation is right or wrong.
Apparently, it's very faithful, even if it's not like
Yes,
structurally the
yes.
same.
Well, and it I didn't even know there were some things about what the books were like until I watched this movie. Like Paul's sister Alia, is that her name?
Hmm.
Alia. I didn't know
Anya
she
Taylor
was in
Joy.
the book. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even know she was in the book. And in the book, she is the one who gets the Baron killed,
Right.
which Villeneuve decided not to do that in his movie. I didn't know
Ah.
that. Um, but so I don't know. I like the whole time, especially when the Harkonnens were on. I couldn't stop thinking about. I was like, this is just like the fucking Super Mario Brothers movie, the live action one.
Yeah, very similar
Like,
aesthetics for
and it's
sure.
very like you see them and they're just kind of like they're not like huge, menacing, like horrifying people. Where like if you saw them in real life, like you would
It's like
scream like the people do in Villeneuve. They're just kind of goons.
gross weirdo
Yeah,
goons. Yeah.
they're just kind of all freaks
Which is
and
kind of what they
like
are, so it's kind of a valid interpretation, at least from
yeah,
what I've heard. They're just
yeah,
like fucking
yeah.
weirdos. Like the Baron is like he's like fucking
He's just
like
kind of a.
R-wording people. Like he's going crazy.
He did. I do not remember
Yeah.
that.
In the book, apparently he R-words someone,
Oh,
trying to keep it family
in the
friendly.
book, in the book. I thought
Yeah.
you meant in the
No, no, yeah,
movie.
no, no, not in the movie, not
I
in
was
the
like,
movie.
what?
I don't think. I don't know.
That'd be pretty great if you did.
Yeah, what?
Okay, it wouldn't be great, but it'd be
Oh, okay,
comical. It would be comical if he did. I should say, it
dude.
would not be
I
good if
mean,
he did.
dude. I mean, if fucking Lynch is not new to fucking those kind of
Yeah,
scenes, so
yeah. Um, but I don't know. Like this movie, it was enjoyable. But here's what I thought about. Like, I was watching the movie.
real Dune Gooner over here. So
I am.
listen to these words.
I'm a Dune goon. Okay.
Dune Goon.
Some would say a June goon.
June.
A June goon. Um, I was watching the movie and like I think it was like an hour 45 in is when the events of the second movie started.
Yeah.
And so I
They
was
speed
like
run this shit from
it's
then
like
on.
so this isn't gonna work out, is it?
This is a fucking car crash.
And it didn't. But I'm not gonna lie. Looking back on it, I don't think the events of Dune Part 1 and this movie were really that bad. I think it's when they hit the events of the second
Yeah,
half
I would agree.
is when the second I should say the second movie, like the last fourth of this movie,
Right.
um, that's when it kind of becomes a train wreck.
If I can talk about it real quick,
Yeah, sorry, I'm on a
I Dune, yeah, this is a 6 out of 10 for me. It was my least favorite, number
mm,
9, but
okay.
I did like it at first. I did kind of
Yeah,
like it at
yeah,
first. I think the Dune 1 stuff, it's different, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to keep in mind, like, because I was like, oh my god, these fucking castings are terrible, and some of them still are,
oh yeah,
in my eyes.
oh
But
yeah.
like, I definitely had the fucking Villeneuve, Villeneuve.
Still new.
I had the Villeneuve,
Fit in you.
like, I had the Villeneuve perspective in my mind, so I was like,
Yeah,
because he just like, I just think those are perfect casts, but I also don't know the book, so like, I mean, this is just going off the fact that the Doom movies are good,
yeah, yeah.
and the actors are really good, so they have to be perfect for the roles, right? But I'm like, I don't know, Kyle MacLachlan, he's not, he just seems a little old to me. Like,
He is like okay. He really. I'm gonna say this when we talk about Blue Velvet, but he kind of just. I don't think it's Cal McLaughlin because you see how he talks in real life, and he's just a sweet old dude in real life.
yeah.
But you see him in these movies, and you're like, this guy's just kind of a little bit of a creep, isn't he? Like,
Wait,
I'm
you
just,
got creep vibes from his Paul?
I'm kind of getting that. Yeah, just a little bit. Like he when he was trying to,
Really?
like he was immediately he saw Chani and he was trying to fuck. Like,
Yeah, I guess Timmy wasn't all on that yet. Exactly.
no, Timmy was he was a little timid Timmy for a minute.
I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of gooners in Lynch's films, so
Yeah.
obviously his Paul is gonna be like hard as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he switches up like, so, and I think that was just because of the fact that the movie is very rushed. And
Yeah.
I guess he switches up in Villeneuve too, but it's a little more gradual. Like he's timid as fuck. Okay, he's still timid in this movie a little bit, but he's definitely still a little bit of a secret gooner. You can tell.
On the low, yeah.
Yes. Um, but then he drinks the blue juice, and it's just like immediate 180
Oh yeah,
personality. Like
that's true.
he's
And in
just
part
not at
two,
all.
yeah, part two, he's very much. It's like he drinks
Yeah.
it, but it's like a gradual thing. Yeah.
And
I mean,
also, I'm not intimidated by Kyle MacLachlan at all in this
you're
movie.
not. He doesn't have aura
I'm
as Muad'Dib.
which is funny because you think about it, and he'd probably beat the fuck out of Timothy Chalamet in a fight.
Oh yeah, his version. Yeah.
But like Timothy Chalamet is just so more imposing. I feel like when he's getting pissed,
When he's
then
kidding. That's true.
Kyle MacLachlan's just like
What do
rally
you
the
think about the
troops.
Sleeper as a wicked
Yeah.
with fucking Toto in the background?
Yes.
That theme was kind of hard though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
the Toto went a little bit raw on this
I
movie.
was dying when I saw fucking Toto and Sting credited back to
Sting,
back.
bro, Sting
The
is
fucking
devious as fuck the whole
Sting
movie.
is the absolute worst
He is the
casting
worst
in this
casting I've ever
movie.
seen.
Like,
It's so bad.
it's just not like I just heard I think he just wanted to be in a Lynch movie, so they're like, hey, be in fucking Dune as Fade Rotha, and he was like, all right,
No, whoever
it's
that
fucking
is.
yeah,
Whoever
Phase
that is.
Rotha.
Face right.
He has quite the filmography, Dune and B movie. That's powerful.
Oh. Oh, was he that was actually him in the B movie?
I assume maybe it
Wait, I
wasn't,
think
but
no, I probably
if
hold
they could
on.
get his likeness, they could probably fucking get him.
It
I think
was. It was
it's Jerry.
him.
Okay, I yeah, because it's Jerry Seinfeld. He was probably like, "Hey,
Gordon
Sting,
M.
buddy."
Sumner in the
That sounds like a
play?
fucking Dune name, Gordon Sumner,
That's what I'm saying. They should have just given him his real name in the movie.
Gurney Halleck, Duncan Idaho. Duncan
Yeah.
Idaho is so fucking terrible in this movie too. He's like a fucking old ass man. Again, maybe this is Jason Momoa bias, but like he's just a random in this movie.
Well, okay. I think the reason I was watching the movie and about halfway through I realized it, every single person in this movie is white.
Yeah,
Everyone in this movie is
yeah.
white. Like
Even the fucking Fremen.
that's
Yeah, that's
why.
kind of
Like
crazy.
Stilgar, like he's trying to do an accent, and I'm like, no, dude, you're just white. Like, stop, stop. Like, we know, we can tell.
Yeah,
Which I mean, it's from '84, so I guess
different
that's
time,
somewhat to be
different time.
expected.
He doesn't really have people of color in his movie, and when he does, I feel
Not
like they're
really.
not like. I feel like they're kind of like not objectified. What's the word I'm trying to like? Like he
Eric,
presents them in a weird way. Yeah, more
they're
character.
characters, yeah,
They're more caricatures than they are real people. I feel
yeah,
like.
no, for sure.
No, I'm not trying to make racism allegations against Lynch, but I'm just
No.
saying.
Well, I was watching the movies and like the way he handles race, you would think that he's just like some old British dude,
Yeah,
but
and he's not.
he's just like a derpy little American, like just a
Yeah,
little bit goofy, a little quirky, like
suburban ass, fucking
he
normal
is
guy.
like he's the most Midwest motherfucker you've ever seen.
So that's probably why. Just he's like
Yeah,
limited in that perspective. He
yeah,
doesn't work with a lot of people of color, so I
yeah,
don't
probably
know.
not.
But what do you think about? There's just a lot more to unpack in Dune
There is a
because
lot.
we have like a whole other movie to compare to.
Ironically,
But
ironically, this is one of his most entertaining, even though it's one of the worst. I would rather watch this than a lot of his movies.
yeah, the way he like does things is so funny because
Yeah.
that is my favorite. A lot of people might say the unsettling parts of Lynch are their favorite. I think he's so fucking funny. I think a lot of his movies have a lot of funny
Oh, there's
moments.
some good humor. Like, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
they're the strongest points of
Yeah,
most of his movies to me.
yeah.
But what do you think about the effects in this movie?
Um, I mean, they're not very good. They're not very good. Let's.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. When he fucking learned how to tame the sandworm and they were just riding to Toto blasting in the background,
Yeah,
I was dying, bro.
they're not great. Um, I don't know. Like, I guess they're not because I don't really know the technology that they've had back then. Like, I've seen the original Star Wars and I see some of it, and it's
Yeah,
just like this is just not
fucking Blade Runner
like.
existed
But
at that
yeah,
time,
but then you
so
think about Blade Runner, and that's just like such a good looking movie.
yeah. I mean, but okay. Do you think it's intentional? Do you
No,
think you
I don't
don't think
think.
it's intentional?
No, I think they. I
They
think it's just
fumbled.
not a good movie. Honestly,
Okay.
like, no, I
Well, I'm
would.
just saying a lot of his other movies are very intentional with their stylistic choices. So I'm just
But this has to be like corporate
okay. So apparently he
sanctions.
did really like Dune, and he wanted to make a Dune movie,
I guess I
but
could
he
see
was
that. Yeah.
a lot of the decisions were his hand was forced by the studio. Yeah, for sure.
See,
If
but
he had, do you
no.
think it would have been better if he had like a two-parter or a three-parter?
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like Lynch doesn't do that. Like that's not his style.
Yeah,
He
a
doesn't.
sequel doesn't.
He's a one and done kind of guy.
Yeah,
Like,
except for Twin Peaks. That's it.
yeah, except for, but that's kind of what he's known
That's
for at this point. Is Twin
yeah.
Peaks. Um, Although Mulholland Drive, I did not know that was like such a film bro movie
Yeah, look at the
at
rating.
all. Yeah, I okay. I really did not know that was a film bro movie.
It is.
Inland
It
Empire I
is a
would have thought
letterbox
is
ass pig.
yeah, Inland Empire I would have thought is also a little bit of a film bro movie, but that's his least watched on
Cult
Letterboxd.
classic. Cult
So,
classic.
of course,
Um,
yeah. Um, but no, Dune is like I don't know. Like I feel like if I were to watch it again, maybe like without thinking too much about Villeneuve, I would like
right.
it even more. Like I feel like the more time passes, the more I realize not to take it so seriously.
Yeah. I
Because at
think.
the end of the day, it is goofy, but I feel like that kind of makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
There are a lot of problems with, like, I didn't like the did you like the shit where, like, they would just have, like, a normal ass conversation, it's like, "Okay, we're just moving on," and then somebody, like, says in their mind, like, Despite my reaction, I actually like this person." Like
Yeah, the
like,
inner
they just spell
monologue.
shit out? Yeah.
There's
I
the
don't
weird fucking space worm thing that also apparently Villeneuve cut out of his movie.
yeah.
Apparently that was actually in the book. Like there's just a giant fucking space worm and he does some like
Yeah.
sorcery halfway through them. I don't even
There's some
remember what he
sorcery going
does.
on.
Like okay, that has to be the worst shot of the movie.
Yeah.
Like that that's terrible.
It is quite terrible.
Um but yeah, no, I mean
I didn't hate it,
it's
like,
no,
the
I didn't
Dune
hate
Part
it.
1 stuff, I was like, okay, like, at the Part 1 stuff, I'm like, I'm at, like, a 7, like, I actually kinda like this, it's kinda campy, it's kinda fun,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And there's some
just
interesting
slowly
concepts like the heart plug thing, like that wasn't in Villeneuve's. Which
it was hard.
that was weird. I didn't they didn't say it at all, and then at some point the Baron like just does something to some dude's chest and he collapses. Like, what is
Fucking
that?
yeah.
It's like, oh, he has the
Oh.
fucking chainsaw man like thing on his chest. It's like, oh, they all have
It's so
that?
funny.
Okay. Okay.
Whole ass power system was hidden from
Yeah.
us.
No, I think this absolutely could have benefited if it was a two-parter, but Lynch wouldn't have done that.
Not
Sure.
realistic, yeah.
Yeah.
Could've been picked up by somebody else. Apparently
Yeah,
Ridley
that's
Scott was slated to do it, but, like,
see,
and I
but
believe his would've
Ridley
looked
Scott would have
really
done good,
good,
I think. Like I'm not a big
'cause
Ridley Glazer, but
but they said that his movie, the budget would be fucking insane.
oh, I'm
And I'm
sure.
like, "Bro, give it to him."
Yeah, they should have just given it to him.
Blade Runner is fantastic visually. Like, he coulda cooked, he coulda
Visually.
cooked. Um,
um
emphasis.
I forget that you're one of the few people who dislikes that movie more than I dislike it.
I don't know if I do. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Really?
I would
It's been
probably
a long
like
time
it
since
a
I've seen
little
it
bit
too, I
more.
guess. Yeah.
Probably like it a little bit more.
Yeah. I remember you saying that whole movie is mid other than the last 5 minutes.
No, it's true. When Rutger Hauer gives a speech at the end, I locked in.
Okay, yeah,
I
he
did
goes a
the
little hard.
shit where the fucking image where they fucking
Oh,
sit
they
up in
sit
the
up?
chair and lock
Yes.
in.
Yes.
That was my moment.
Um
2049 is still better though.
oh, absolutely.
Um,
Um Dune
that's Dune.
decent, honestly. I've learned that
Not
I
terrible.
can give a movie a 6 out of 10 and still enjoy it.
Welcome
I'm
to the other side.
I'm learning. Um,
Uh, so after this, after studio commission and after a
Studio
fucking
commission.
studio forcing his fucking hand for half the production
Yeah,
and the beats,
yeah.
he came with probably something that I think is like this is the beginning of
Oh,
the true beginning of his
the
career.
Avengers theme starts playing a little bit. Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan fucking steps out.
Yeah.
I'm assembling a team.
I'm assembling it. Um,
Isabella Rossellini,
Blue
Lo-
Velvet.
Laura Dern.
Lauren. Is she? Oh my gosh, she is in this movie. I
She is
forgot.
alum.
She
She
gets
is alum.
cooked.
Um,
Um, Blue
Blue
Velvet.
Velvet.
Um, this movie, Big Jump,
Mm,
is an 8 out of 10. That's my number two.
damn.
I fuck with this movie. I
I'm
feel like
glad.
this is the perfect blend of like Lynch being weird, but you get the movie and you understand what's happening.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like this is like it's like the ideal, like kind of like noir kind of movie.
Mm. Oh, he is a crime noir
Oh
gooner,
yeah.
dude. He loves that. He'll take
Oh
any chance
yeah.
to insert that shit. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel like this is how you
Oh,
do it while there's still like it's still realistic. Like I don't know, it's just like and there's something that feels like somewhat realistic about it.
yeah. For
Um
sure.
because you think about it and it's just like okay, it's just this dude who's like addicted to fucking drugs like
Right.
going like using this woman. And there definitely are still like weird little Lynch parts about it, like when Dennis Hopper takes him to the weird like I don't even know what that is. Is that a Is that a like where you hook up with prostitutes? I don't whatever
I
that.
got drugs mostly,
Oh,
drugs
probably,
and
probably,
hookers.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the spot. That was the
Um,
spot.
that was the spot. That's where everyone's at. Um, but no, I feel like this is like it's enjoyable. It's like a little small town murder plot. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Like there's still definitely weird parts.
I've heard
Um,
it's very much Twin Peaks esque. So
see that gets me a little excited.
a little,
That's me a little
yeah,
excited.
PP grew a little bit. Uh,
um, and I think that the reason why I maybe like it that much is because Kyle MacLachlan is relatively normal compared to the rest. Like
except for that chicken walk.
everyone.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Okay, that's what I was gonna talk about when I was talking about Dune. This movie, Kyle MacLachlan's a fucking creep.
Goofy as fuck. Oh no, no, 100%. Yeah,
he's
no two
he's
ways
going
about
and
it.
trying to like hook up with a high school girl the whole movie, picking her
That's
up
what's
in front of her
interesting though.
boyfriend.
That's what's interesting. Like, okay, I'll get into this.
Yeah.
This could change.
Mm-hmm.
Interchangeable with my number two.
This is your number
This
one.
is my number one. Yeah,
I
Blue
figured.
Velvet.
I
Number one,
figured.
8 out of 10.
This was the
I
few.
watched this last year,
I was about to say this is one of the few
um,
you've seen before.
and I really fucking liked it. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right that this is like his most balanced movie. Like, because I mean, for like, okay, Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive, they're like fucking. They even if they're, I don't know, they're a little more supernatural and they just feel more movie-y. And this one doesn't feel like a capital M movie per se. I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain it. But the setting, yeah, the setting just feels very like, because I think it's the whole thing is the contrast between like the fucking seedy underbelly of like whatever the fuck this town's called. I forgot. Like
Blue Velvet Town.
that's what I found interesting. Yeah, Blue Velvet Town.
Yeah.
Lavender Town.
Lavender. Yeah. We both thought at the same time.
um, but I think it's one of his most it's one of his most obvious movies and what it's doing. But I think
Yeah.
I really like it because of that.
But it's
Um,
still weird enough, like to be a
it
Lynch
is still
movie.
weird enough, yeah. What was your interpretation of this? I mean, there's not really much to interpret about this movie,
Yeah,
but
this
like,
movie, like, I don't really think it has. It's one of the metaphor movies. Like, it's weirder, but it's still like the plot is the plot. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And
Um,
Kyle MacLachlan, like the whole thing is the duality between him being a freak and being quote unquote like
just a
a
little
normal
innocent boy.
suburban,
Yeah.
yeah, suburban kid, and that's just clear in his characterization. Like, there's nothing else to
Yeah.
extract from that, like metaphorically, other
Right.
than like I don't know. They show the bugs at the beginning, and the bugs are like the nasty, dirty people like Dennis Hopper, like
Right. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I like Kyle MacLachlan. I think he's great. Like, this is the last Lynch movie he's in, right? I think.
oh shit, I think you're right,
Which
yeah.
is weird because people say that he's Lynch's regular, and that's what I
Oh,
always
Twin
thought of him
Peaks.
as. But he's wow, yeah, I forgot he's in Twin Peaks. Keep
I was
forgetting
like,
about that. Um,
because that's like his biggest movie, and then fucking his biggest series, his
yeah,
biggest thing,
yeah. He was in the
and
Zoe
then
Kravitz
Dune,
movie.
the Zoe Kravitz movie.
Fucking Blink
Blink
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
he's a little freak in that movie too.
Glad to see Anka
Um,
still getting work.
yeah, he's still getting action in that movie.
Oh no!
um, um, but
Damn.
no, I don't
Ever
know.
since he
Like
stepped out and fucking wanted to fuck Johnny, it's just been
that's
nonstop.
what I'm saying, bro. And then you see him in real life. Did you see the video after Saltburn came out and he was dancing? He did like the house dance to fucking
No,
Murder on the Dance Floor.
I did not know that
He
existed.
posted on his Instagram. He's just dancing around his house while the song is playing.
Doom was his first role, by the way. I just wanted to say.
Yeah, you can
Like
tell.
he was a theater actor. Hey, hey,
You
be
can tell.
nice.
You can tell he was a theater actor. You really can tell. Like the
Yeah.
way that he says things feel very rehearsed.
He has a very proper way of speaking. He has a bit of an accent to him
Yeah,
almost.
he
A
does.
little bit.
Which I feel like that's I don't know. I feel like that almost lends his
Yeah.
performance and Blue
Oh,
Velvet because Blue
yeah.
Velvet, it's you can't be rehearsed in a movie like that.
Yeah.
Like
And
that's
he's like
very
he's supposed to be like this fucking college kid coming back, and he's
right.
like propositioning fucking Laura during the night. There are times in your life when you need like
Yes,
he just be
dude.
saying shit so extra.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. Like I feel like this movie is somewhat straightforward. I like Laura Dern. I like what's
Yeah, she's
the
good.
what's the hot older lady?
Isabella Rossellini,
Yeah, that's the one.
who was with David Lynch for a time, by the way.
Was she? Oh,
Yeah,
Lynch was recording that shit and he was getting into it.
he has like 4 wives, or he's had like 4 wives. He's not
Yeah.
on, he's not some sister wife shit.
um, I
He's not
like
Cody.
I like the kind of I don't know if love triangle is the right term for it, but like the way that he okay, this is such an obscure not obscure reference, but such a random reference. But this shit
Oh no,
felt like I've heard about people playing Persona and they're playing Joker and they're trying to date
Lynch to
multiple.
Persona.
They're trying
Yo,
to.
Blue Velvet Persona game would actually kind of go fucking
That's what
crazy.
I'm saying. Does
Hold
it
on,
not kind
hold
of feel like a Persona setup?
on.
Like,
Steal Frank's heart.
um, yeah, Dennis Hopper in this movie
Oh,
is
yeah, I was about to say, what do you think about him?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't want to sound prejudiced or anything, but I feel like Dennis Hopper in real life is probably a little bit racist.
I can see it.
I think he's
You're
dead,
not wrong for that. That's not
but
crazy. That's not crazy.
I
He's not
think
dead. No,
yeah, he is.
he's not.
He's been dead for like 10 years.
No.
Look it up.
Dennis Hopper, he's fine.
2010.
He died? What the fuck?
Why did you think he didn't?
Cause I don't know. I guess that was before like I was tapped into celebrities,
Uh,
and I was just like, I didn't know he died. What the fuck?
this is from his
I
Wikipedia page.
I used to.
He is known for his roles as mentally disturbed outsider. Yeah, I can see that. Go ahead.
He was the Paul Dano of his era,
Oh,
essentially.
absolutely. Absolutely. He was a little freak too. He had 6 wives.
6 wives, damn.
What were you
I
gonna say?
mean, I used to mix up Anthony Hopkins and Dennis Hopper for some reason. I have no idea
Oh, the
why.
hops.
But
The
I
hops.
had the hoppies, the hoppas,
Um, but
shoppas.
okay. They're gonna find me one day.
Oh, are you getting too
Uh,
local?
yeah, a little bit.
My
Um,
bad, my bad.
um, but, but no, I mean, I enjoyed this one. Like, this one is
Mm.
really really enjoy. I was sitting there eating a peanut butter and this is a peanut butter and jelly kind of movie. Is what this is.
It is, but also like you're a little, some scenes you're like a little disgusted with your PB&J. You're like, what?
Right, right.
What are we doing?
You find an ear inside, some little
Yeah.
ants.
What was your reaction to the R word scene? Because I watched that and I was like, God damn,
Oh, I
Jesus,
forgot about that.
that was crazy.
Uh, I don't know. Like, I felt like
Because that's what Lynch is framing as terrifying in this movie. Is just like really like just fucked up
this year's just insane. Like,
people on
he's crazy.
drugs,
Yeah,
and it's a realistic kind of like fucked up. I think a lot of
yeah,
his scary moments are actually kind of like that. Like they're a little bit like they could actually happen, but
right.
that one in
Yeah,
particular, yeah.
no, absolutely. No, I thought that seems it was crazy, but I was like, you know what? At this point, I wouldn't put it past him. I'm sure that's to be expected.
Yeah, quite a few going down the
Yeah.
line.
Um,
Um,
but
yeah, I love Blue Velvet.
yeah, no,
Great movie.
it began. I think the Velvet Train. Lynch makes extremely
Oh,
velvety movies.
that is true.
I don't know
A lot
why.
of curtains, hella
Yeah,
curtains in Twin Peaks. Yeah,
so much. What's the word I'm looking for?
texture.
Like sheer,
Oh,
kind
sheer.
of, kind of.
Mm.
Lots of materials in Lynch.
Less.
Lots of
He's collected
fabrics.
many
Fabrics are
materials.
very textile-y movie.
Bill Pullman's whole house is just like,
Oh yeah.
which is also
Oh yeah.
David Lynch's house.
Is it?
Yeah, it
That
is.
doesn't surprise me actually. That doesn't surprise
Uh,
me. Yeah,
yeah,
no, Blue Velvet,
Blue Velvet.
great movie, I think.
Love it, love it, love it.
I love it.
Um,
What's next?
Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart.
Um,
Um
Quiet.
oh, okay, also I think I should say. So going along, I think we should say if they say the name of the movie.
Oh,
So they say
true.
it in The Elephant Man.
Eraserhead, they do not.
They do
They don't say.
not, but they show it. I
Yeah.
bro, that shit
Does
came
that count?
on. That shit came on, and I was like, oh,
Oh, oh.
that's it. That's it. Blue Velvet, they say it a number of times.
Oh, of course, it's the song. Yeah.
Wild at Heart is the goofiest drop, maybe.
Yeah. Yes,
I'm
dude.
wild at heart.
I'm wild at heart. What about the other ones? You might as well get them in. Might as well get them in.
Okay. So what is
Lost
that?
Highway.
Lost.
They say
I
Lost
think they
Highway.
say Lost Highway. Yeah.
I think they're yeah.
Yeah. The Straight Story they do not. Kind of to be
They
expected.
don't. Yeah.
Uh,
This is the straight story.
This is the straight story. Well, because it's yeah, it would be a little strange if they said it in that, I guess.
Mulholland Drive. I
Mulholland Drive,
mean,
they definitely say it, and then Inland
yeah,
Empire, they had one.
they
They had the
do
Polish drop. The Polish drop.
in the fucking woods. Yeah, Inland
The
Empire,
middle of nowhere. Yeah, but Wild at Heart is definitely the best. Okay, Wild at Heart is his funniest movie.
hands down.
Um, I was dying at Nicolas Cage in this movie, and
Yes,
I think it's intentional. Like it has to be intentional because Lynch, you could
absolutely.
tell he has a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
I do it from The Fablemans. Um, but no, this movie is hilarious. Like from the beginning, the
absolutely.
first scene where he's just beating the fuck out of the one black dude in the movie. Um,
Of course. Thanks, Lynch.
yes. Um, no, I think this movie's great. Like it's weird, but not in the typical Lynch way. I feel
Kind of wholesome.
like it's weird in like a I don't know who would make a movie like this. I don't even know,
I would
but
say John Waters, but I don't know if you've seen a John Waters
I
movie.
have not.
Okay.
My professor encouraged me to watch Pink Flamingos the other day.
Oh yeah, hit that up. Hit that up.
Um, I don't think I'm gonna be partaking in that.
I'm
I will at
excited.
some point. Um, but no, this movie's goofy. Laura Dern, I feel like I've only ever seen her playing like relatively normal characters. So I saw her in this and
That's
I was
true.
like, oh, okay.
Even
Which
in Blue Velvet, she's a little
this
not
movie was
weird, but
this movie was 4 years before Jurassic Park.
yeah,
So
that's what I mainly knew her from, and she's like a very
right,
grounded botanist in that
right.
one. So
She's just kind of chill. Um, wait, okay. Kind of strange. The woman who plays her mother in this is her real life mother.
oh really?
And she was 23 when this movie was made. I can only imagine what her mom was thinking when they were filming some of those scenes.
Yeah, Jesus,
Like raw sex scenes with Nicolas
crazy.
Cage. Um no, yeah, I think it's goofy as fuck. I think it's like it's very much just kind of a journey.
Yeah, road trip.
Fucking Willem Dafoe shows up at some point and he's
Willem
a
the
fucking creep.
oh yeah, dude.
He
Wait,
is.
where do you have this? Where do you have this?
Oh, I'm going off on a tangent. So this is my 8 out of 10 and this is my number 4.
Let's go. I
Yeah.
was expecting you to not like this for some reason. I don't know why.
It took me a minute to get into it.
Yeah,
And then by the end of it, I realized it's probably intentionally goofy.
yeah. This is an 8 out of 10. This is my number two.
Mm.
I'd considered it being my number one because it is probably my favorite
Yeah.
out of the run that I did this time. It is hilarious. I was hooked from the first scene when he just beats the shit out of that guy.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage, yeah, I absolutely love him in this movie. I love Nicolas Cage in most things. I'm a Cage gooner for sure.
Oh.
Um, like just all the shit he would say, dude. Like he kind of had fucking aura. I love that one scene where they're like at the fucking like the metal concert and he just like stops
Oh
everything.
yes.
I fucked with that scene heavy.
Bro, him talking about the jacket.
Yeah.
The jacket was so goofy.
A symbol of my personal freedoms and individuality.
He was dropping bars in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, um, no, yeah. I mean, who all isn't? I mean, it's mainly them too. And then like,
Crispin Glover comes in for like a little
oh,
tangent,
he's
which
in
is
for
one of my
like,
favorite parts of the movie.
is it where he's just screaming, going crazy?
Yes.
Yeah,
So I love David Lynch because although he could reel it in some of his other movies,
yeah.
he's very tangential, and I
Oh yeah.
love movies that just like have fucking random ass tangents, dude. Fucking Gummo like is tangents the
Need
movie.
to watch that.
Um, I'm scared. I'm scared to see what you might think about that
Oh
movie, bro.
no.
It's a little crazy. It's a little
Is it?
crazy,
Okay, okay.
um, but no, I just love movies like that where it's like, hey, let's tell this story about this weird fucked up guy really quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really with the lead two characters. I was really invested in them.
Yeah.
Because they're a wholesome couple. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, they're fucking on screen, but like this, it's all good
They love each other.
consensual
They love each other.
loving going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it has that like a happy ending.
It
Like
does. It does.
I
Like
fuck with that.
it's a little goofy whenever he's in
A
the
little
street.
goofy,
He's in the street and he picks the fight
and
with
he
the
gets jumped.
motherfuckers. Yes.
I love that.
But no, I mean I don't know. Again, I feel like this is a little bit more straightforward, but it's also it has that Lynch twinge
Yeah.
to it.
Well, I
That
think it's because
Lynch.
it was it was based on a book,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah,
A series of like 8 books apparently
yes,
that feature Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern's characters.
yeah.
Um he just read it and he was like, "Yo, I got to make this shit." Cuz apparently Twin Peaks season 2, he left to make this movie. And a lot of fans think that Twin
Interesting.
Peaks fell off in season 2,
I've heard that.
and they sometimes attribute
That's why it got
that to
canceled.
him being gone. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it getting canceled. But
yeah,
I'm glad he made it because I really like this movie.
yeah.
I fucking love like the whole the robbery sequence when he
Yes.
blows his goddamn head off.
Yeah, okay. Apparently, I saw this movie. Originally, I think that scene was more violent because it got a
Oh yeah,
rated X
I don't know
when
how much
it.
more violent you could get with that
But
scene
which is weird because I feel like I've seen shit that's a lot worse than that
and
in
other.
movies, and it's still just rated R. But yeah, this
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
There's like
it was originally rated X, and then they had to tone it down a little bit, so that's why there's a lot of smoke. But originally, it like legitimately actually looked like someone shot off their own head.
man. Yeah, there's this one scene where remember the scene with like the weird ass fucking people and they're like they kill Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah.
Uh apparently they like fucked over his dead body or something like that. Like
What?
or fucked with his dead body or something. I don't know. Apparently it was
Getting a little
original cut
freaky
was
dated.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this movie. This is highly underrated, I think.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
think this gets brought up enough
Oh yeah.
in
No, I
Lynch
think
discourse.
yeah. No, I enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I think it's a fun little movie. Fun little picture.
I'm glad you fucked with it. I'm glad that you fucked with it.
Yes, sir.
That's Wild at Heart.
That's Wild
Next
at
up,
Heart.
big time skip. Big time skip.
Yes. 7 years.
We have Lost Highway.
Lost Highway.
What do you think about Lost Highway?
Um so I remember you saying this was your most anticipated, I believe.
I was very interested in it.
Um Originally had this at an 8, brought it down to a 7.
Okay.
And it is my
I agree.
7. This is my 7, one below Eraserhead.
Yeah, this is a 7 for me and it's my number 5.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
I wanted to like this. I wanted to love this movie,
Yeah.
but I just liked it. I just liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um
I think the premise
yeah.
is really interesting.
Yeah, the premise was interesting, but it you don't really understand until the movie ends that all right, interpretation time. Interpretation time.
Mm-mm-mm.
This movie is more than likely okay, I think this is my interpretation. Um what's his name? Bill Pullman
Yes.
gets executed, and
Right.
the latter half of the movie is his fantasy before he's executed.
That makes sense.
Probably.
Because the ending with
Yeah.
when he's going crazy in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
the weird little white dude is like the
Mystery
symbolism
Man.
for reality, I think. And he
Creeping
shows up and
in.
he's like, no, 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 you can't do that. That's why he's recording shit. Because Bill
Right,
Pullman's
right.
like he's like, I don't like shit being recorded. And but
Put them cameras away.
put them cameras away.
I like Bill Pullman in this movie, by the way. When Mystery
Yeah.
Man comes up to him and he's like, "I'm in your house," he's like, "That's fucking crazy, man."
Like there's some parts where he just seems like hard as fuck, and there's other times where he's just getting a little goofy.
Oh yeah.
Um, I honestly I wasn't a big fan of the Bill Pullman part.
You
I
like the
feel
other
like it's a
part
little
more?
so I like the other part because it's a little more
Okay.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I was dying laughing when the dude beats the fuck out of the other dude who was tailgating
The
him.
tailgating. Yeah, it's a great scene.
Yes. Because I feel like okay, but
Bill
here's
Pullman's very slow. That
yeah,
section is very slow.
yeah, it's very slow. Um, Here is my issue with this movie is that it felt like a lot of it was just random plot, and it didn't really make a lot
Mm,
of well, it made sense, but it didn't really have any like impact or like
right.
importance.
Yeah.
Um, and then towards the end of the movie, it starts like it wrapping back around a little bit. Apparently,
Yeah.
this movie Lynch has described as like a Mobius strip, where it's just infinitely repeating.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that. It
Yeah,
just felt like kind of a cop out. I'm not gonna
it
lie.
did. It did. I feel like there were better ways uh to go about it.
Yeah.
Not to say that I didn't like it, but I don't know. It definitely had its lulls. for sure. I feel like this is one of the most boring of his movies.
The second
Dare I
half wasn't
say?
keeping me, and parts of the first half.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
I um, would it be fair to say this is his most horror-y movie? Kinda.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little freaked out by some parts in Inland Empire.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can't
Fair,
even
fair,
lie.
fair.
I had to watch that movie with the lights on. I don't know why,
No, I
but this is
I
probably
agree
a
with your
second,
interpretation.
in my opinion.
Yeah, it's up there. I agree with your interpretation. I've heard a lot of other people actually say that too about the mystery man being like objectivity and like the camera, the all-seeing eye.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of him like almost being overwhelmed with guilt for what he did to where
Hmm.
the point where he has to like fucking transform into somebody else. I think that is cool. Um,
But I feel like
but yeah, just the whole last stretch to me was just not
it's a little hard to understand that like he actually was the one who killed his wife. Like because it's painted as like
really. I
he's
I
being
got that.
framed. In my opinion, I well, I guess that's
You
before
trust Bill Pullman?
I did.
He's the
I did
president.
because why would he kill his wife? You know, like what?
I don't know. I
What?
sense a little bit. I sense a little bit of resentment in that house, a little bit,
Oh, I
and he
suppose
like
so.
thinks she's cheating. That's what I got, but it's possible because I
Oh,
mean
is she
we
with
actually don't
Andy?
know if he did. Oh yeah, with him.
Andy's
What do
home.
you remember his name?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
No, but yeah, no. That's the thing. I mean, you can have any amount of interpretations
Yeah,
about this movie.
yeah.
Um,
This is one of the more open ended.
yeah,
This Mulholland Drive and Inland Empire are like kind of as open
for
ended
sure,
three.
for sure.
Uh,
I think I might like this movie more on rewatch. More
yeah,
perspective. I might
yeah.
rewatch it, but for now, yeah, it's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, I
It's not my
I
favorite.
actually I wasn't really bored necessarily by the second half, but I feel like there's just an hour or longer stretch in there that's just like random events that don't really have any bearing on
Yeah, like Richard Pryor showing
the
up, and
plot.
it's like, what's
Yeah.
up with that?
Yeah.
That was the last movie.
Was it?
It's tough.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
I remember
peace.
he was in some Kendrick song, King Kunta.
That's your frame of reference.
That is my favorite reference. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. There would just be random actors that I was like, oh yeah, he was in that one fucking Travis. He was in that one Travis song. Um yeah, it was, it was decent, I think.
Mid tier Lynch, yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it was mid-tier lunch for me, personally. Um but yeah, that's Lost
That was
Highway.
one of the few movies also that he like actively came out and was like, okay, this movie is like low key about the OJ murders.
Yeah, I can see that. I
He said
actually
that
yeah.
that's what he just came out and said, yeah, I was writing this because of the OJ murders. And the interesting thing about this is, so first of all, one of the cops, like one of the cops like trailing him, like when he's
Yeah.
in the body of the other guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was a fucking like he was affiliated with the mafia and was like fucking convicted for several
In
murders
real
like
life?
years later. Yeah,
I feel
IRL.
like yeah, I feel like I heard about that at some point.
And then Mystery Man was accused of killing his fucking wife. He
The
got it.
dude
He
killed
got.
his fucking wife.
I was about to say
I just have to.
yes. He
That's
got
not fucked
acquitted,
up.
but like I don't know. You
Oh, I
see some of
mean,
the
it
scenes.
keeps lining up.
You see,
You should might as well have been Brad Pitt in the movie. He's imagine
oh,
bald Brad Pitt walking around with like white face paint.
it
Like,
might work.
call me.
He's in what fucking 6 monkeys or whatever, 8 monkeys.
Well, at the time, like fucking Thelma and Louise, probably something like that.
The Louise era, yeah.
um,
Meet Joe
but
Black. I think that was later.
uh, um, but no, yeah, I
That's
could
like
I could definitely see. I feel like I remember at some point I was probably scrolling through Instagram Reels and it was like dark stories that happened on movie sets or something like that.
is Ina Kyoji.
Yeah, the same dude who made that video.
All the
Um.
same British dude.
Oh yeah, it's all the same exact
That's
voice.
the Lynchian twist. Is all the fucking like list YouTubers are actually the same person.
That would be the ultimate twist. After what? How long has it been since 18 years since
18
2006? That's
years.
his new movie. Is that's what
He's
it's about?
back.
He's back.
He
Um.
launched AI programs across the internet.
Oh, he would. Oh, he would make a movie about AI too, but it'd be like a goofy AI movie.
His Megalopolis.
See, but that's the thing is Lynch can get away with Megalopolis. Coppola
Oh
couldn't.
yeah, that's just
Coppola
another
could not.
fucking Tuesday for
If
him.
if
Yeah.
if Lynch came out with that movie, people would think it's a
Oh, people
masterpiece.
would love it. Yeah. It definitely depends on the person
But
for
because it's
sure.
Coppola and he made Godfather and now he did that shit, which I mean, rightfully so. That movie is
And
just not good.
Jack, come on.
What is Jack?
It's a Robin Williams movie where he's like a man in the he has a mind of a child.
Oh, that's interesting.
Coppola classic.
What did he do? He did The Outsiders.
He did The
I
Outsiders.
turned
Yeah.
that movie off after 10 minutes,
Rumblefish. Oh, you didn't fuck with the movie?
which is funny because that's my favorite book of all time.
Is it not a good adaptation?
Well, I wouldn't know because I turned it off after 10 minutes. No, not from what I
What?
remembered. Not from
It
what
just
I
wasn't.
remembered.
It had a
Wasn't
good
fucking
cast
with it.
though. I don't
It
know.
did. The cast is stacked.
Tom Cruise, like
Little
fucking
Ralph Macchio action.
Emilio Estevez. Come on now.
Oh, they had the Brat back. The rat.
The Brat Pack was in there. There's the Brat Pack and then there's the Pussy Posse in the 90s.
What is the Pussy Posse?
You ever heard of the Pussy Posse?
I've
It's
not.
like Leonardo DiCaprio,
Oh, okay. Well, now I
Tobey
know. Now
Maguire.
I know who's in it. But
Uh, wait, who's in it actually? Hold on, I gotta look this. I think David Blaine was a part of it.
okay, he's definitely not as
Yeah,
popular as the others.
unauthorized history of the Pussy Posse. Oh yeah, it was David Blaine, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Tobey Maguire.
Oh, it's just
It's
those
crazy.
three.
Or wait, no, who's that?
Lost
I'm
Highway, everyone.
discovering new people.
Lost Highway,
Lost
everyone.
Highway.
Moving
Next
on.
up, we got maybe his most elaborate, complex film,
Oh,
The Straight Story.
where's the gay story? Lynch,
Come on, Lynch. Come on.
David.
What are we doing?
This movie is an 8 out of 10. It's my
Oh,
number one.
we'll get some gay representation here pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah. This movie's an
oh
8 out
yeah,
of 10.
oh yeah.
It's my number one. Yeah.
The Straight Story.
The Straight Story is
That's crazy.
There were parts of it where I was like, is this a 9? Is this a 9? But I was getting a little.
This is your kind of movie though. I can absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because it's really like not like
The fucking the music, like I don't know, the vibes, the
like
wholesome family fucking values. Like I can see it.
because I don't like the Midwest.
Just coming out and say that right now.
I don't. I need to make that clear to everyone. I don't.
Midwest stance.
I don't like the Midwest. I think they need to be the first to go.
First. What's happening?
but I mean, you can't lie. Like it's just a little wholesome story about Alvin. That's the other thing I was going to add to the soundboard.
Story.
That's the other thing that I was going to add to the soundboard. Have you heard? What? Have you been on Twitter recently? You've seen the fucking
like P Diddy with fur.
Yeah.
There's some crazy ones, bro. I've heard shrieking and screeching. Simon went, "It hurts" in one of them.
The jackpot one.
Jackpot. Some of the Alvin and the Freak Monks edits are crazy, bro.
Yes, man. I'm fucking crying laughing. Anyways,
they let me sleep with him.
Yeah. Alvin Straight, apparently real person.
Real story.
Real person going to meet his brother Alvin Gay. And
no relation to Marvin.
No relation to Marvin. Well, you know, Lynch wouldn't have any black people in his movies. So
maybe there are some in Twin Peaks. Maybe we're not giving the guy credit. Last movie came out in 2006, so maybe he's changed.
Well, he had a British person in that movie at least. So that's a start.
Jeremy Irons, yeah.
That's a start. No, The Straight Story, it's wholesome is what it is.
It is.
It's very wholesome. It's very happy.
I think that's why it bored me.
You don't like happiness.
This is my number 7. It's a 6. It's just it does what it says on the tin. That's for sure certain. The shtick, I just got bored of it at a certain point. There's really good moments though. Like, the ending is really good.
It does,
the ending.
It does get to be a little long at parts.
The acting is very, very, very good.
Yeah. It's
Sad
just
fact, he killed himself like a year
I
later because
yeah,
he
I
had.
found that
Yeah,
out.
you heard about that?
I found that
Yeah.
out. That's first. Well,
I don't know if I'll be able to
because
come back to this because of that, bro. I might be a little, I might be welling up. I might be a little sad.
yeah, he what he had cancer or something like that.
He had terminal
I think.
cancer.
Which I
Yeah.
mean, okay, if that's the case, then that's
Yeah.
like yeah, like I would probably do the same if I had incurable cancer that apparently it brought him like excruciating pain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even more props to
I
him.
had to be sitting for most of the movie.
Right.
I was not walking. Yeah.
Even more props to him though for like filming a movie when that shit was
Absolutely.
going
Yeah.
on. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a little wholesome movie about an old dude. True story. True story.
Good
Um.
comfort movie. Yeah, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
David Lynch's only Disney film.
Yeah. See, what's
Disney
crazy is
production.
I figured out after watching this. This is the first rated G movie I've logged on Letterboxd.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess there's not really that many anymore.
No.
All kids movies are like
Yeah.
PG
All
at
kid
this
like they
point.
don't really make rated G movies that much
Which
anymore.
I don't know how you could rate this G when fucking he's talking about being in the goddamn war, fucking shooting a little person in the face.
It was 1999.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were some crazy G movies back in the day. Well,
He
yeah,
shot a
because
little person in the face.
yeah, that's what the story was about. It's like there's this little guy and he shot him. Maybe I was mixing elements of the
As in like a
story.
small
I don't
person or
remember.
like a like a
Like
like
a
a
small guy. Yeah, a small guy.
oh, I thought you meant like a dwarf. Um it's
Oh
like
no, no, yeah. I think
okay, like just a okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no. When he okay, that probably kind of caught me off guard when they just randomly start talking about the war.
It's like oh shit.
He's
Okay,
like
goddamn.
he's like, "Yeah, I shot one of my own dudes."
Well, that was
Um
yeah. That was kind of the
but
format of the movie. Like he's slowly opening up to people and we're
yeah.
learning more about him, and
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like a lot of these movies it feels like dare I say boomer propaganda. You
Yeah, a
know,
little
like
bit.
what's that one like the Tom Hanks movie where he's like the old dude who doesn't like anyone, and he's getting on all of the young people because he doesn't like their practices.
What is
It
that?
just came out like a couple of years ago and no one saw it.
Man called Otto?
Man
Is
Called
that what it is?
Otto, that's the one. I keep seeing clips on that shit where it's like there's some scene in it where like someone falls, like they're at a train station and someone falls onto the rails. It's like an old dude, and everyone immediately pulls out their phones and like record it, record it. And I was like,
Oh my god.
that just would not happen in real life. Like that's just maybe a couple people would do that.
Tom Hanks voice. Remember, guys, phone bad.
Okay. um,
Remember?
but he was on that island. We remember that.
I think. Yeah, I just got kind of tired of like the you're you're really driving that. Whoa! Like it just felt like half of the movie was like
Yes.
them talking about that, and I was like,
We should have
okay.
seen him get into a street race. Is what I think should have happened in
Fucking
this
run into
movie.
Dom. Hey, Dom and the gang would have been around at that point. Maybe he rolls by.
Un better
Drops
little
by to grab a
donde
sandwich for
hoy.
lunch. He's a little parched. Gets a Corona.
You can get that and fries for $5.99. Um, he gets
Can't
called the
finish.
F slur by Vincent.
Can't finish that for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. Um, no, I mean he kind of does. Like when he's riding down that hill. But like he kind of okay, he's kind of raw in this movie. I can't even
What?
lie.
Does he have aura?
Yes, I could see there being like a Sigma TikTok edit of
Oh, he
him
was no, yeah. The part where he's like straightening out the twins or whatever. Yeah,
straightening.
Sigma edit incoming.
Where he's rolling down the
Straightening
hill and
what?
he's like anyway.
What?
And do you remember the part where he's rolling down the hill because his brakes stop working?
Yeah, why would that be
Uh,
Sigma?
I don't, he's staying stone faced during it. Like I don't know. There's something hard
Or are you
about
talking about the
that.
scene where it's like the fucking flames are fucking like
Yes.
coming out? It's like the fucking
No,
audio's going
dude, the
crazy.
part I could see there being a beat drop whenever he takes his shotgun out and he fucking snipes his old lawnmower and it just erupts into flames.
Boom, 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 boom.
um,
Also, I wanted to talk about I just remember this. What do you think? One cool thing I like about David Lynch's movies, like the sort of in some of them, like the ambient sort of like tracks he has going on in the background,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
noise. I really fuck with that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Side note.
I think that he has very good sound design in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
that's one
okay,
of the things he's most focused on.
Lynch, I
Apparently.
feel like when you watch a movie, it's very rare that there's a lot of parts where just nothing's playing. There's no sound.
Yeah.
But Lynch does that a lot. And I
Oh,
feel like
Lynch, yeah.
honestly, it kind of works in his movie. Like it'll just be like
So,
staticky,
yeah,
just kind of background noise.
I love it.
Um, no, yeah, Lynch has very good like production design. I feel like,
For sure.
um, which ironically, I feel like he hasn't used to his full potential. But that's also just kind
Straight
of
Story might be his biggest like scope of production. You got like big fucking
yeah,
like aerial shots, like going
yeah,
from location to location. It's yeah.
yeah.
Should have
Straight
been
Story.
Dune, but
Yeah, it's crazy that Straight Story
uh,
probably had better production than Dune did. Like there was a helicopter shot in Straight Story. I bet there was no helicopter on the set of Dune.
all in the
I
stew.
would be
All in
willing
the
to bet.
stew.
You know, you get Michael Bay behind that camera, and you could be making something happen.
Hold on.
Um,
Michael Bay's Dune.
Mike, oh, what well, as he's watching the fucking
Left cheek,
nukes,
left cheek.
fucking what I've done is he's watching the nukes go up into the great houses.
What I done.
Left room. Um, but
Fucking ends with Stilgar. Dun, 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 dun,
yes,
dun.
man.
What? Lisa Algaib has returned.
Lisa, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Michael Bay could cook. There wouldn't be
They're
any
having sex on top of a
substance.
fucking sandworm.
There wouldn't be any substance behind what's happening. You would just be taking everything at face
It would be
value,
raw as
but
fuck.
it would be heat. It would be the ultimate like 3.2, 3.3 movie on Letterboxd.
But it would be an 8.
But yeah, it would be an 8 on
They
mine.
slaughtered Ratchet.
Dude, the more time passes, the more I realize Transformers movies are good.
That's what I'm saying. Let's run them up.
Um, didn't you give them a 4? Like,
No.
I
I
thought you
think I
gave
gave
them.
them all 3.
Oh, they're big. Um, Straight
That
Story.
runtime says otherwise. Alright.
I would rather watch 10 Transformers The Last Nights than watch Inland Empire once
Hey, spoilers, spoilers,
again.
spoilers.
Just saying.
So coming up
Coming
next,
up next,
the most
the
glazed
most.
film
Oh, okay.
in. No, I mean I'm not speaking
Oh,
on it
okay, okay,
yet.
okay.
I'm just saying it is factually the most glazed as a
Oh,
4.2.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
there are higher ratings on like Elephant Man.
oh, does Elephant Man have a higher
I
rating?
think Elephant Man is his highest rated one. Like, hold on, let's see.
Yeah, not very controversial, I guess.
No,
Yeah,
Mulholland
that makes
Drive is like
sense.
20 above it. What else is up
Yeah, I see.
there? Wild at Heart. Okay, you want to know what's crazy? Is some of his movies are like 4.1 on Straight Story.
Yeah, but I mean, have a lot of people even seen that?
Mm, let me see. 118,000
Not bad.
more
But
than
but
Inland
I'm
Empire.
just saying like if there was like
Yeah, if
if
there
it
was
was
like a
like
million or something like
a
that.
million, they would have like a 3.9.
Yeah, that's probably true. But how are you
Uh,
gonna hate on Alvin? Like, how
what did he
dare you?
do?
Um,
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive.
I
Um,
want
I'm
to hear
gonna
your
say it.
thoughts.
This is just a better version of Lost Highway
I could see it.
because it's kind of a very similar premise. It's
Duality, the
it's a
fucking
person
alternate
who gets
realities.
fucked over by their lover, and so they create an alternate reality in their mind.
It's true. Yeah.
Um, but it's a lot easier to digest, in my opinion.
Really?
Oh yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
in my opinion. Like yeah, by far. And I enjoy both sequences. Well, Mulholland Drive. I mean, it's only the last 20 minutes where you really find out what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like, yeah, I enjoy it. And also the best Lynch character ever, uh, fucking Justin Theroux in this
Adam
movie.
Kesher. You fuck with Adam Kesher?
Bro, because he's the first normal person in any of these movies, and he's
Well,
so
not okay.
goofy.
At first, I was like, because he's kind of doing like a director's like fucking pretentious ass voice. At first, he's like,
Oh
"We
yeah,
cannot do this," but then
he,
he just
he
when he's
drops
talking to
it.
like the fucking cowboy, which is probably my favorite scene in the movie, he's like, I don't know, man. What do you want?"
No, because like he's the voice of reason in this movie. Like there's the scene where they're in the where he's meeting with like the producers or the mafia guys or whatever, and they're talking and they're like, she's the girl. And he's just looking around at some point, he's like, what is going on? Like he's just baffled, like
Explain, David.
no, he's just kind of goofy. The scene where he walks in on his wife cheating on him,
Yeah, fucking Billy Ray Cyrus.
with Billy Ray Cyrus.
I thought he was hilarious, dude. He was like, dude, hey,
That's no
I
way
know
to
she
talk to
hurt
your
you, but
wife.
that's no way to talk to your wife.
um, no, yeah, I mean this movie.
Where is it?
Oh, right. So this is an 8 out of 10, and it's my number three.
Okay, I see, I see.
What about you? What about you?
This is my number 8, and it's a 6. I really don't know. This one just didn't really. This one just really like
No comment.
it just really didn't click with me for some
I
reason.
get that. I get that.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
thank you, thank you.
Shut the.
Yeah,
That wasn't
just
me,
really.
listeners. That was not me. That was not
It
me.
was
That was
the
not
server.
me.
It was the server naturally speaking.
Okay. That was Wampus on Discord
Yeah, I just
talking to us.
okay. Well, I mean, here's the first detail that like structurally just made me not like the movie even more after hearing about this. But it was supposed to be a TV show, and like it was like it had a whole pilot. I think the first 90 minutes
I
are
did.
like the
I did
pilot,
see that.
and it just felt like a lot of the shit that happens just gets kind of thrown to the wayside, and not in a good Lynch like this feels intentional kind of way, but like a well, we just kind of lost all this shit because it never really panned out into being a TV show that we could develop. Um, and I don't know. I think if I'm watching a Lynch movie, if there's not, I don't know. I just feel like the balance wasn't as good here. I wasn't interested in a lot of the characters. I didn't like the main two like women that much. I didn't think
Mm.
their story was very interesting.
You didn't
I thought
like
the
the first
twist,
gay characters, is what I'm.
the first gay characters, Baron Harkonnen is right there, buddy.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
But
that's true. That's true.
yeah,
My bad. My
but
bad.
I no, I just didn't think like their whole search was very interesting. I was more interested in the Adam Kessler stuff. And I guess it's all just like surrounding the process of filmmaking, but never like quite getting into it. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is why spoilers. I liked Inland Empire, at least parts of it, a little more because it was more about making movies. And this, I think, this was probably more just a little bit. What's your interpretation? Actually, let's get into that real
So
quick.
okay. So I feel like I have this one pretty narrowed down. So in reality, the last 20 minutes, we see what's going on. Is
Yeah,
that Naomi Watts? She was with whatever the other girl's name is, who was bi. They were in a relationship.
right.
They break up, even though Naomi Watts doesn't want to. And then the other girl goes and starts dating Justin Theroux, and they get married. So Naomi Watts, she's going through this psychological breakdown, and she creates an alternate reality in her head, in which her ex and this alternate reality is like the damsel in distress. So
Mm,
she's very easy to like manipulate, get into
right,
her head, and then they begin dating in the alternate reality. Meanwhile, Justin Theroux, because she's jealous of him in the real world and the alternate reality, he's the cuck who loses his wife. He's getting fucked over on the
mm,
movie. He doesn't get the decisions he
right,
wants because she's pissed off at him. And all
right.
the characters that we see at his house in the real world are supporting characters in the alternate reality.
Mm,
Um,
cowboy. Yeah.
and yeah, what I was gonna say. Oh,
See,
the hitman that she hires.
yeah.
The reason why he's goofy and he's always fumbling in real life is because she's having second thoughts. She's having
Mm,
guilt about having hired the hitman to kill her ex in real life.
yeah.
And so that's why he's fucking goofy, and that's why he's always fucking everything up. And then
Mm.
the movie ends with her coming to reality and realizing, oh, I fucked up. My life is just getting fucked over right now, and then she kills herself. Is my
I
interpretation.
I think that's a good yeah. I think that's what I've read a lot, and that's what I kind of got. But
Yeah.
like, and I like that. I like that idea. But like, I think the peripheral. I just got caught up in like the peripheral stuff, like the homeless person, and then
Okay,
like
that yeah.
the box, and then like the club that they go to. I think I was probably just caught up in those details maybe, and so I wasn't really
Okay,
focused on the main
I
narrative.
will say cut the club sequence. That
Do
I
you know
don't.
why I think he put it in there? I read that he just heard that lady sing that song and he really liked
I
it, so he
bet I'm
probably
not
just put it in.
surprised.
'Cause
I'm not
and
surprised.
or even like he might have even developed it more if it were a TV show. That's what I'm saying. Like I just feel like this is like a fragment of
Yeah.
something bigger. And you could say it works because it's a Lynch movie, and like a lot of his movies feel very fragmented. But like it just didn't click for me. I don't know why, but
I
it
don't.
did have parts I liked. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
I didn't dislike this movie.
I don't know. Like in my opinion, I feel like I couldn't even really see this as a TV show except for expanding on Justin Theroux's character.
Right.
But I guess we'll never. I guess we'll never know.
My
Um,
question is, would they is was the ending? I mean, yeah, you're right. I guess we'll never know. But like, would the ending have been like,
the
yeah, maybe
same.
a Naomi Watts killing herself, but we just
Yeah.
come to the realization way later? That would have been interesting because that would have been built up over the course of like a season or whatever, and I would have liked that a little more, like
Yeah,
with
maybe.
more slower intentional pacing, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, for sure. I don't know. I feel like pacing is definitely a weird thing in this.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
like for certain parts. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think there are parts. Okay, specifically the cube thing,
The
like
cube.
the cube. I feel like the
Tetra-
cube. The cube is this movie's equivalent of the Mystery Man in Lost Highway.
mm.
It's just the call to reality. I feel like. Um,
Yeah.
but
Right.
that wasn't really made very clear, and I guess nothing is in any of these movies. But
Right.
I feel like if it were a TV show, I feel like it would have given you the clarity that you need to really understand.
Yeah, I just guess I wasn't really interested in the pieces that David Lynch
Yeah,
was giving me like I usually am.
yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I enjoyed this. I think it was fun, and I think also the reason why I enjoyed it this that much is probably because I like Justin Theroux in this
You
movie.
really fucked this character.
I kind of fuck with him. Like he's just kind of a goofy dude just trying to get through life. Like I need to see his movie. Um,
I'll
let's
fuck
see
with
some
that. You want to see that?
enjoyability.
He probably would have had some fucking episodes, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, but yeah, yeah,
I think it's glazed, but I understand. I
yeah.
understand why people would like it. I
Right.
suppose.
Yeah.
Well, now moving in to the final film.
All
Uh,
right.
Inland Empire, the greatest
All
movie
right. Here we
of all
go.
time.
Here we go.
I just want to preface this by saying that David Lynch came to Laura Dern with a phone call and just said, "Let's get experimental." That's
Order and
that's the
we need to have
that's the
sex on
movie.
camera.
That's the
To which she said, "Yes, David."
no. He needs to fucking fumble with the with fucking lighting while fucking
Oh,
Jeremy Irons gets
yeah,
onto him.
yeah. Um, was that him?
That was him. Yeah, it took me a
Okay,
second, but I was like,
I think the funniest part in any of these. So, did you watch this movie with subtitles on?
yes.
Did
Which
you
fun
catch?
fact? I did not the first time, so
Yeah.
I basically missed like half the movie.
Oh, so you didn't understand the Polish parts?
Nope. I
Oh,
was just
okay.
sitting there watching people
But okay, you
speak
had
fucking
subtitles on even
Polish.
when they were speaking English.
Uh, no, yeah, I didn't have subtitles either way.
But this watch, you had it
Yes, I
on
did. Yeah,
all
this
the
watch I
time.
did. Yeah.
The funniest line in any Lynch movie is the part where apparently Lynch is fumbling around, and then Jeremy Irons, he's trying to figure it out, and then his assistant leans over to him, and he's like, "He's having trouble with his wife," and Jeremy Irons is like, "Yep, yep, I know, I know." And there's no way you could hear it with or understand what they're saying without
I
subtitles
did
on.
see that. Yeah,
That was the
which is funny because he
funniest.
has four. He's gone through so many fucking divorces.
Which is
That's
funny because
hilarious.
the same year that movie came out, his wife and the woman who helped him produce all of his movies, they got fucking divorced. So, um, no, but okay, this movie is. Let me start by saying
Oh,
I can appreciate what he was trying to do.
experimental. You can't say it's not
As
experimental.
oh no, it definitely is. As someone who
Definitely is.
like, I could see myself making a movie one day, and I could definitely see myself doing some shit like this, where it's just a bunch of random shit that only I understand what's going on,
Mm.
and it's left up to the. But that being said, looking at it from an outside perspective, you have to have some semblance of plot. I feel like, and you
It kind of
just
is, but it's very vague and non-linear, and you
it's
probably couldn't figure out in one viewing, and I did not
it's
figure out in two
yeah,
viewings.
it's so extraordinary. I don't even really have an interpretation of this other than okay, well I do, but it's not complete, I guess I should say. I
Okay.
think this movie is actually kind of a sci-fi sort of movie,
Mm,
and I think this is a very basic interpretation, but I feel like the reason why the things that are happening is because of the curse that was put on the movie.
right.
I think that what's the dude she's talking? The Phantom
Phantom, yeah.
is the dude who originally put the curse on the Polish movie. I think that the woman that's watching everything on the TV was Laura Dern's character in the Polish movie.
Right,
Was the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
actress that played I
That's what I assumed.
um and I think that the reason why she's there is because she's still trapped. I
Right.
think the curse is that I think I read something that like one of the dudes cucked the Phantom or something like that,
Infidelity, yeah, something
and
like
on
that.
the set of the original, and so to everyone else they died, but what really happened was the Phantom put a curse on them that put them in an infinite loop, and so I think the
So,
yeah
are we to take Laura Dern's current husband as like, because he's like kind of involved with that shit a little bit. He's supposed to be like the next Phantom, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if he's the one putting the curse on them or if
I don't
he
know.
is
I
trapped
think
because he's
I'm
in
saying
some of the
he
scenes.
would be he would carry on the curse.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, the curse is being put on Laura Dern. Okay, and but the curse is put on Justin Theroux. See, that's what I don't. Who the curse is being put on because it just
Because in either scenario, there's another man
yeah
somewhere
yeah.
in both
Let's see,
scenarios.
that's what I don't get. Um, there's a curse and it traps people in a loop. That's
And
the
see,
movie,
this
and
he's
it
just on the plot. There you go. It's plot.
that doesn't mean I have to enjoy it. um, I can appreciate what it was, and there were some parts that slightly, I guess, enjoy. I liked when they were making the actual movie, and I was reading reviews on
Yes.
Letterboxd, and I was like, "Why are people confused? Like, I understand what's happening right now. Like,
No,
there's a
it's
curse,
very straightforward
and then
for like
suddenly it just
40 minutes.
starts, and you don't know when it
Yeah.
starts, and then at some point you're
I
like,
think it
"Oh,
starts when they're
okay,
having
we're in."
sex. I think that's really
Yeah,
where it starts.
yeah. Okay, but her husband sees them having sex,
Yeah.
right? So maybe he's putting the curse on them.
That's what I'm
Then,
saying. Yeah, right then and there, he
uh,
sprinkles a little bad juju in the
sprinkles
bed.
a little curse action.
Little curse. Yeah.
Where's the Jujutsu Kaisen crossover?
Oh, yo,
Okay, bro.
I can see it. Yo, fucking Laura Dern curse with that one scene. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Um, no, okay, I like.
You
Okay,
were
I should
scared.
say.
So you were scared. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't scared, but there were just
You were
some parts of
scared.
this movie that were like
Admit it. You were fearful.
they were getting a little creepy. I can't even lie. Like,
Did you get jump scared in the one scene when she's like
uh,
running towards the camera?
I didn't. Okay, I got jump scared by that one. I didn't get jump scared by the other one where
Yeah,
she
when it's
shoots the
like at the
Phantom and
end.
it's like her face on the
Yeah.
Phantom on some Darth Vader shit. Um, I did get scared. The biggest scare in this movie is the when the fucking lamp starts flickering and then there's just a loud ass noise. I was like, okay,
Oh yeah.
why did that need to happen? Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's too long. It's way too long.
What do
And
you rate this? I didn't even ask. I
so
know where it is, but like,
this is 6 out of 10,
okay, damn, still,
and it's yeah. So
because you respect the vision.
because I can still get behind it.
That's what. Yeah.
I can still get behind it. And like technically speaking, it's probably a better movie than Dune, but I would rather watch Dune all day, every day than this
Yeah.
movie.
Fair.
So that's why I put it
Did you
as my
not
last.
like the fucking the very digital look to this? Because
Okay,
that
so I
was.
could appreciate that. I did like that, and I feel like actually it doesn't look that bad.
I
I
don't
feel
think.
like
Yeah. I don't think
Lynch
it
is
was
one of the
bad.
few people who can like really pull that off. Looks like fucking what's the movie? 30 Days Later. Um, whatever it's called. However many days later.
28 days later.
28 days later.
Oh,
Why does it take place in February?
I don't know.
Um,
They just want to be different.
but are there 28 days in February? Or are there 29? How many days? Anyways,
28. Yeah, I think.
yeah. Um,
Riveting conversation.
riveting conversations on the Misfortune podcast, on the Lynch Fortune podcast. Um, yeah, I mean, it it's just a little boring. It's just a little boring. I can't even
I
lie.
can. Okay, so
Like,
this is 6 out of 10 for me.
yeah.
It's my number 7. I think the first time I watched it, so this was my first David Lynch movie actually.
Yeah.
Um,
You gave it 8 the first time you watched it.
yeah, well, okay, because I was like bewildered and like it was so elusive to me. Like, because now
Mm.
I'm just used to David Lynch and his
Yeah.
bullshit. So
Yeah.
like now I'm like I know there's better stuff that he's done, but at the time I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I'm like I'm okay with the inaccessibility of it because I grew up on fucking internet ARGs, and he's kind of like the fucking
That's
father of
true.
like
That's true.
ARGs, low key. Like this very much plays like a you're putting all the fucking pieces together and like what does this mean and what does this mean? I like it for that, but I also think if he wanted to like write out a more conventional plot with like a like more of a structure, he really could make like a really entertaining conventional movie. Because I
Yeah.
really like the first like 40 minutes of this movie. I think it's really
Oh
good.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
and I was really into I was really into the when it started getting weird. But at a certain point, yeah, it's just like 3 hours. It kind of
Yeah.
diminishing returns. But I just I I don't know. I still have a soft spot in my heart for this. This is my first Lynch movie, and it
Mm.
was such an experience the first time I watched it. It was interesting with the subtitles. I actually got kind of what was going on
Yeah, the
at this point.
subtitles were because there's just so much dialogue in this movie.
There is,
Um
but it's like, but it's like that was one of my favorite parts. That was one of the parts that struck me the first time I watched was the fucking rabbits. And I feel like
so on
you
that
yeah yeah.
on that.
Talk talk.
So that was the scenes where um what's her name? Laura Dern isn't interacting with the rabbits were pre-recorded actually. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah yeah.
And it's Naomi What I think it was probably pre-recorded whenever Mulholland Drive was being made
Probably
because Naomi Watts and the other girl, and then I don't know who the dude is.
they were
But
like separate recordings, right? Like for
so it's 20 short movies
yeah, short
that were
films.
made in 2002. And what's interesting is Lynch wanted to turn that into a movie slash TV show.
Yeah.
Um, and apparently they're horror. Like I don't know what happens in them. I don't know if it's like it really feels like some Adult Swim shit is what it feels
Oh,
like to me.
yeah, 100%.
Um, and yeah, the rabbits were. I don't. I don't know. Okay, my interpretation of it is it's just the girl and she's just forced to watch shit like
Probably.
all day long. She's got the fucking you got the fucking Giorno treatment. She's got sentenced to infinite hell. Um,
My interpretation of it was a lot of this movie is like people asking questions that you have like almost no
yeah,
context to.
yeah,
And that is kind of how those scenes play. They I think they strictly well, they don't strictly ask questions, but like they just ask questions and say random bits of dialogue. And it just I personally connected that to like the line readings that Laura Dern and Justin Theroux do.
yeah.
To where we don't have context to whether or not they're speaking to each other in the movie or in
Right,
real life. We
right.
know she has a different accent, but she still uses it in certain scenes where she's actually just talking as Laura Dern or the person she is in the beginning. So I feel like just a lot of this movie, including the rabbits, is just like this like view of like filmmaking as this really weird process where everything melds together and
Right.
nothing makes sense on its own. Like because David Lynch loves line readings. Like Mulholland Drive, there's that whole scene where they're reading lines.
When they were getting freaky for no
Yeah,
reason.
oh, they were getting real freaky in that
Oh
scene.
yeah.
Robert Forster pulls up at one point in that. No, he's the cop at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I
that
was
he's
thinking he
in
was in
that
the
movie.
yeah. I was excited. I was like,
Underutilized.
"Yo, let's go!" And
Yeah, right.
he just vanished.
Underutilized.
Um, but yeah, that's what I was thinking about this movie. Is I think a lot of these are just like his thoughts on the filmmaking process, and like the I just think he really just connects ideas that he comes up with. Like he doesn't necessarily have like a the through line is in the little details that he puts in all of them. It's not an idea. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
you remember that screwdriver I was talking about earlier? Here's the fucking screwdriver. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting that I put that in both? Like,
What's
and that's what
the
I find interesting about this movie.
it's the concept what is it? You're in English class, so you probably know it's what is it, the Hemingway shotgun or whatever?
Hemingway's Shotgun.
Do you know what that is?
I actually don't know what that is. You're
It's
actually
I
teaching
think
me.
it's Hemingway. I think it's Hemingway. But it's a book with Ernest Hemingway, and the reason why it's called that is because there's a book with Ernest Hemingway, and they randomly bring up there's a shotgun on the wall. One of the
Oh,
characters talking about
Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's
Chekhov's gun.
gun.
Chekhov's gun. Why am I
Yeah.
thinking? Why am I thinking Hemingway? Yeah. Okay.
Hemingway's Shotgun.
Hemingway's shotgun. Oh, that's probably not a good. Wait, that's probably not a good thing to say. He fucking
Oh,
killed himself.
you're gonna get canceled for Hemingway jokes in
I am.
2024.
I am. I bet the Hemingway fan base is coming after me right now, right as we speak. No, check out Shotgun. So you know that.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
what he does.
lot of that in all of Lynch's movies.
Screwdriver, yeah.
Yeah, the screwdriver, like just even terms are like concepts. It's like they'll
Yeah, he
say
brings back
something and then an
like
hour and a
that thing on
half.
that word on the wall,
Yeah,
axon or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, and then an hour and a half later they'll show it again or they'll do something with it, and that's like
There's no like there's no function with which it acts. It's just
yeah,
like
it's just
it's
there.
just here it is again.
And Lynch knows, I'm
Here's the recurring
sure.
symbol. Oh
Lynch knows.
yeah.
I guarantee you, he has a fucking what is it? Fucking glossary in
Got
his
the AOT
office.
basement, yeah.
Yeah, where the fucking notebooks from Gravity Falls. Yeah, where he has all of his terms and like what they mean listed out, but he intentionally doesn't tell people that. I guarantee you, he thinks it's
Yeah.
hilarious that no one knows what his movies mean.
Oh, I'm sure it
Um,
is. Yeah. Ultimate troll.
but yeah, I don't know. This movie is very, and like I said, I respect it. I can kind of see the
Not a
vision,
fun not a fun movie to
but
watch.
it's not an enjoyable watch, I feel. And I'm surprised that I didn't enjoy it because another little strange reference, but this movie actually a lot of it reminds me of End of Evangelion whenever instrumentality starts
Yeah, right.
because just a
Just
lot
jumping
of
around.
random shit. And do you remember the scene in that when instrumentality starts and it's the creepy lo-fi shit where Shinji's like he's in the
Yes.
playground?
Yeah.
That's what this movie is.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's
That's a
like,
perfect analogy
and I'm
actually,
not
yeah.
sure why I didn't enjoy it because I love that part, but
But that was in a small concentrated moment to be
right,
honest. It's
and
3 hours.
that's explained, and I don't know. I feel like if there was just a little dabble of explanations here and there,
Yeah.
because there's
I can see that.
connections, but I don't think I have the mental capacity to make the connections.
Well, he wants you to rewatch it,
But I'm not
I'm not
going to.
I'm not gonna
I'm
rewatch
just
it.
not going to.
I will probably rewatch it like maybe 10 years down the
Oh,
line.
I'm sure I like eventually I'll rewatch it.
Pop it on, see if anything's changed.
Right.
But yeah, it's
Like
that
whenever.
that last hour just really starts to drag.
Yeah, like whenever Lynch dies one day, I'm sure I'll be like, I remember that.
Pouring out by watching the Inland
I
Empire.
remember that movie. Yeah,
Interesting
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I remember I was a little kid and I didn't like that movie. Let's run that shit up again. But I don't know. Maybe just not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
Like I said, I love the concept of it, but I just need a little bit of explanation for me to be
right.
entertained by it.
Agreed.
Um, but it's interesting. I like
It's
the Polish curse concept.
yeah, you were with that.
There could okay. I
No,
was
it was a little bit of lore. That's why
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
got you
saying.
hooked.
I was really thinking. I was like, maybe this is gonna be like the sci-fi lore movie. Like
When Jeremy Irons started breaking it down, you're like, okay, oh shit, hold on.
that's what I was saying. That's my favorite part of the movie. That's literally my favorite part of the movie.
When
Is
he
that
reveals it,
scene.
oh yeah, that's a great scene.
And okay, Jeremy Irons. I love Jeremy Irons in this movie. It's
He's good.
funny because he's like in his 50s, but he looks younger than everyone else.
Yeah.
Um,
Willem Dafoe pulls up.
he does.
Or no, not Willem Dafoe. William H Macy. My bad.
Oh, but yeah, William H. Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, dude.
Why is he there?
That was kind of funny to me. I don't know. When she's
Yeah.
like, she has a hole in her vagina. He's like, why the fuck are you talking about that shit?
The Asian girl, and she's just she's just saying nothing.
But you see, like, I feel like he uses her as kind of a caricature, like in that. I didn't feel good about that
Yeah,
scene when I watched it. It was weird.
yeah, that was. I don't know. I don't know, but
That's Lynch.
that's Lynch.
Quite interesting.
Maybe we should lynch him. All right.
Knock his ass out.
Knock his ass out. Um, no, I mean, yeah, I like Lynch. Okay, here's the thing: is I think we would enjoy Twin Peaks because there's plot. It's
There
weird,
has to
but
be.
there's plot.
Yeah,
You know,
I have to imagine. Yeah.
the whole, the whole who killed Laura Palmer shit.
Right.
Um, and
And it
Twin
has
Peaks
more
has
Blue
been,
Velvet vibes. Yeah, you
yeah,
should.
and Twin Peaks is apparently regarded as one of the best shows of all time.
Yeah, and there's the sequel,
Yeah,
which is just as good
the
apparently.
prequel, mind you.
The prequel. Oh.
Um,
Hmm.
I think we should go to a Twin Peaks
In celebration?
and celebration. You know what I didn't know was Twin Peaks is just Hooters.
Is it?
I didn't
That
know
kind of
that.
makes sense. Twin Peaks, yeah, visually checks out.
I had no idea.
I just thought
That's
it was like,
just.
oh, cool, mountains. I didn't know we were talking about fucking tits.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Twin Peaks was a hotel for the longest time.
Have you seen the Twin Peaks? Or have you just like seen the
I when I
logo?
was a little kid, because there's no Twin Peaks around here.
That is true. I feel like I've seen one around, but I don't.
Okay, well I can tell you where. I know where there is one, but I'm gonna have to bleep it
Don't,
out
don't tell them.
and
Yeah.
post. There's one. You know where
Jushiro.
Bridge is?
God damn, dude, you're
Jushiro.
getting. Yeah, you're digging deep.
Well, I'm gonna bleep that out. I'm gonna bleep that out in post.
We'll see.
But no, I'm writing down the time
We'll
code
know.
right now. I'm typing.
Write it down. Write it down.
Alright,
Write it
but
down.
wait, 144.
We might actually get shot up,
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure Julian.
and no one cares enough.
No. Um. No, there's one there though. I don't know if you
Okay.
know where that is, but
I don't either. Have you not seen it? If you know where it is,
because
is it recent?
no, I don't really ever go that direct. I don't. I meant like more when I was younger.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
I
gotcha,
thought
gotcha.
Because Twin Peaks sounds like a hotel, does it
Have you
not?
been? Have you been to a Hooters?
I've not. Where there's
Oh,
that one next to the mall. I'll say
not
the
yet for the food, dog.
the yeah, the name of the food. That's the greatest line.
Oh my god. And
Oh,
we have like what,
dude.
two more Fast movies, or is this the last one?
Next one's the last one, I believe.
We can still bring him back. We
You
can
know what's
still bring him back.
crazy? You know what's crazy is I think The Fast and the Furious is a better movie than any of Lynch's. Unironically,
The first Fast and
the
Furious.
first Fast and
I can
Furious,
see it. I can see it, dude.
and Fast Five.
Fast Five is like,
Fast Five
yeah.
is just
To
it's
me,
just a
Fast Five
good
is like
action
on
movie.
par.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
top tier Lynch. Yeah.
absolutely. Um,
Would you say okay? So would you say Lynch is maybe your least favorite one we've done so far?
yeah, yeah. Okay, well let's look at my lists here.
I would,
I need to make an average.
I would say Kubrick might be my least favorite.
Kubrick's probably my second least. Yeah. Well, but
Because you were fucking with the top tiers of
I was fucking with the top tiers. Was
Right.
not really fucking with the bottom tiers.
Right,
Okay,
I mean-
but I was thinking yesterday when I was watching Inland Empire, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should rewatch 2001.
Oh, do you have a newfound
'Cause
appreciation?
After watching this, I was like, you know what? I feel like
Can't
I've
be that
gone.
confusing.
I feel like I've gone through something after like a spiritual awakening after watching this. Like I feel like I could watch 2001 to get behind it
2001 could
now.
become crystal clear now because you've seen all the Lynch movies.
It's like the fucking the what's the motherfucker's name from Always Sunny where he's like, I understand.
Yeah, I get it now. I get the baby at the end.
Yes. God, that's some. I just know Lynch is watching 2001, just cackling.
Lynch would
He's
have
like,
mutilated that
"Oh,
baby at the
yeah."
end.
Oh, he would have. But that's the thing is maybe Kubrick and Lynch are kind of like the each other's like antithesis, you know?
Yo, I
Because
can
the
see
baby
that.
is like it's a deity at the end of that movie, but Lynch he wants to break it down like the fucking like
He
the
wants to
Soul
break-
King.
The curses, yeah, he wants to
Yeah.
release them into
Yeah.
the world. I'm
Um.
liking this. That's a good transition, actually.
Oh yeah, you like that?
Ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, that's Lynch.
Yeah, that's
Good
Lynch.
times, good
That's
times.
Lynch. Okay.
I don't know when. I'm assuming we're not doing another filmography for.
Well, this next
beat.
one, no,
Yeah,
for sure.
at the very least, yeah.
But I don't know. It depends on. How
I don't
we're
know who
feeling
we would
after
go
this.
to next. Didn't we say we had a couple options?
I have some ideas.
Oh, I remember.
I have some ideas.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see after this next one.
Not on air. Not on air.
But not through the rest of the year. No. There will
Yeah,
not be another
no, for
filmography
sure.
we talk about until 2025.
All right.
Um,
Stay tuned, guys.
Stay tuned.
No. But yeah, transitioning to anime.
Caden's Anime Corner.
Caden's
perhaps?
Anime Corner.
Um.
I'm getting in the corner a little bit. I'm getting in the corner.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, hold on. Don't talk about
Well,
it. Don't bust too early.
okay, goddamn, all right.
I mean,
That
okay.
was that's an order.
Do you want to talk about it? How far into it are you?
Oh no, no, no! I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
I'm not talking about
Well,
that.
I'll start. Let's see. Oshinoko has.
That's what you started with.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I gave you
Not
the bleach opening, bro. Come
okay.
on.
No, I gave me the bleach opening. Okay, fine, fine,
Oh, playing
fine.
for the smart.
I'll
All
go
right,
with
all
bleach.
right.
I'll go with bleach.
All
Bleach
right, Eisen.
is back, baby. And
And it's getting a remake.
what? No, did you see that shit though?
You know how many people I saw that fucking said that, dude? That was like, "Oh my
No.
god, Bleach remake, Bleach remake." Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna bring that up, but I would have
If
forgotten.
it is gonna happen, it's not gonna be Piero. I very much doubt it.
I would see it as Piero, but it's not gonna happen
Because
until
I know
for
Wit has
years.
One Piece, so like I could see them handing it off to another studio.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But Piero is really good for Bleach.
That's what I'm saying. And Piero is like you can tell they're prioritizing Bleach right now.
I did see that, by the way. I thought it was cool.
Kind of sick. It's kind of
It was
heat.
sick.
Kind of heat. The scene where like the camera's going around them when they're in the circle in Hueco Mundo, like oh, heat.
So you finally got to see the conclusion of the long-awaited fight. Did you?
I'm all I'm
I
gonna
don't know what happened
say.
this episode.
All I'm gonna say is they fumbled the second core. If we could have just gotten the events of the first episode of Core 3 as the ending of Core 2, it would have
I
been
don't see why
such a
not.
good ending. Because
I don't see why
literally,
not.
it's just you just have to figure out where to fit in 20 minutes of extra because
Literally.
Core the first episode of Core 3 is when uh it's the I am Yuhabaha shit where he
Yeah.
climbs up the stairs. Are there stairs in the manga?
He's the fucking almighty, right? Is this the point? Is this where he
Yeah,
turns it
yeah.
on?
So okay,
That's a great cliffhanger.
he uses Almighty to kill Ichibei.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Bleach. He doesn't kill Ichibei though. He
Oh
kind of
yeah.
kills Ichibei. I got it spoiled, but I knew immediately after I was like, Ichibei is not dead. I know for a fact.
Yeah.
Like he can't even die
Just handing it off. Yeah.
because at least one other Squad Zero member is still alive, probably. Um, maybe I don't know,
Possibly.
but
We'll see.
um, yeah. So he uses the Almighty, kills Ichibei, goes, and then the scene ends with him killing Reo.
Hmm.
And then
That would have
he's
been perfect.
the
Yeah.
last line is he's like, "Goodbye, my father," or whatever.
Roll credits.
Yeah, if they would have just ended it with that, it's like figured out how to, which I guess I get.
Wasn't the first like 6 minutes of this episode like recap? Like
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing about that is what's interesting.
I don't know.
People don't know if this is true or not because there wasn't a recap for season 2, and we know that
Yeah.
Kubo is heavily involved.
Bleach doesn't really do recaps.
They this is crazy, but Yuhabaha activates the Almighty exactly 9 minutes in to the episode.
Hold on.
So he gets his powers back after 9 years.
Mm,
That if that was intentional, might not have been, but if that was
that's just
intentional,
nerd shit though. That's nerd shit. Come on.
but that's kind of cooking a little bit,
That is
no? Like,
that's hard, but like all right.
yeah, yeah, but
Like, come
okay,
on.
it's not worth getting the recap.
Only the nerdiest of nerds would know that, bro.
That's true. I don't know, bro. Kira was involved, but yeah. After
Should I
one
ask you?
episode, huh? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, after one episode, it's already contender for anime of the year.
God damn.
And contender for opening of the year.
I did see some shots.
There were
Yeah.
some shots.
I
Did you see
saw
that?
the devious Eisen shot. Yeah.
Bro, why is it pan up on him like that?
Yeah.
Did you see the goofy? I don't know if it's an intentional JoJo reference, but did you see the goofy shot of Grimjow chasing Askeladd?
I did see that.
Yeah,
Wait, so did Eisen show up at the end or no?
yes.
Okay, I was about
Nothing.
to say.
It's like a 3 second cut,
I saw leaks. Yeah.
but he's gonna talk in the next episode. It's already been confirmed.
Finally.
And then I don't know if he'll be. I don't know how it goes down if Shunsui and him are talking for like a little bit.
I think they have a dialogue. Yeah.
they converse a
I want
little
to ask.
bit.
Okay, what do you think about? I don't know if I've ever asked. What do you think about Thwatch as a villain? Because he's kind of like coming into his own now at this point.
Um, he's okay. Here's the thing, though, is his motivations are still a little unclear, and I don't think that we're
Yeah.
gonna super get into it until because I know, like, like this character dies, but I still really don't know like the plot like at all.
Yeah. Right. The
I
beats.
just know like certain fights happen and certain characters die or certain characters are gone or whatever. Um, like I saw some shit about like the parts of the Soul King corresponding to certain characters, and I completely
Mm.
forgot it after I saw it. But I was like, what the fuck? What
Yeah.
is this? Like how what? And so I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but it's like so I feel like from what I've heard, we're not gonna super get into the Watch's motivations until the Soul King shit kind of gets a little bit. We get a little bit into like the Soul King.
Yeah. They get into him.
Um, but so far I think he's cool. I think his powers are a little loose right
Yeah, because he doesn't
now.
really use them. He's just kind of using like basic Quincy shit.
Yeah, because I don't really like in comparison to like Aizen at least something like that. And I feel like the power system in Bleach is just so well done that like each character you can tell it's like okay they can do this, they can do this, and they can do this. In my opinion, like Aizen, you knew what his powers were. Um, the watch is a little loose, but I feel like he's cool. But like
No, I was gonna say I have a hot take.
okay, you don't like him.
I believe I think Thwatch has more aura than Aizen.
I was literally about to get to that, and that's just so incorrect. That's just so vastly wrong.
You haven't seen the rest of the
On
shit,
level.
bro. I'm
No,
sorry.
I know I haven't. I know I haven't. But like,
Aizen, because I'm just gonna say yeah, I'm done with the Aizen glaze. I've never really liked Aizen that much. I just think he's kind of boring. I just think like just this I planned all this shit. Like I don't. I'm constantly
well,
retconning.
because
Well, I actually
it's
planned
because
this
of
and I
the
actually planned this.
fans. It's because it's overdone by the fans. But like, you got to think about
Yeah,
him
I
objectively.
the fans glaze. Okay, no, I do like Aizen. No,
Yeah,
okay. I was capping a little bit. I like Aizen. I
yeah.
just think people. I think people glaze him a little
I mean,
too much.
Aizen's like top 5 characters in the show for me. Um,
See, I like the weirdest characters in Bleach. Like my top five is like full of people like you would not have fucking like anticipated. Like I don't
yeah, you
really
got
like the
Geen, fucking Grimjow. Actually,
I don't,
Grimjow's up there.
I don't fuck with Gin. Grimmjow I fuck with heavy. Like I
Yeah,
fuck with the
Grimjow I fuck
weirdest
with.
captains. I like fucking
You like Jushido?
I fuck with Komamura, bruh. I fuck with goddamn
You fuck with.
I fuck with Baz B. Like get
Okay,
that
I'm
guy in
fucking with
there.
Basby.
You fuck with Baz
I'm
B?
a big
Okay.
fan. I'm a big fan of the Basby redemption. I'm a big
Oh
fan of
hell yes,
that
dude.
idea.
Oh, there's some
Idea.
I saw like in the opening or something. They showed a clip of him and like Jugrim.
When they're
Uh,
fighting or when they're little kids.
when they're little kids.
Yeah, there's a quick
That's
little
one of my favorite
snippet.
parts. That's one I really
I do
like.
know that there's a
Cause like
flashback when
I
he's
really
wearing
like
the
the
red little
flashback.
cape.
Yeah,
Um,
I fuck with the flashback heavy.
see, my question is like, what are they gonna do after the fight's done? Is like Basby? Well, okay, I know Basby loses the fight, but does he die? Like, what's happening to this other Stern the
Yeah,
Stanlitas? Like, what's happened to the
we'll
fucking
see.
what's happened to the blonde little weird one?
We'll see, dude.
And how many are still alive? Like what's the pink haired one? Is she still alive?
Possible.
Is Bambi at a bastard
Because
bean still alive?
well, they didn't die, but a lot of them took back shots from the watch, right? Because he was like, "Give me my shit back."
See, that's what was confusing to me about it in the last score. Is it painted it like when they're getting their powers taken away, like they die.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
someone said
yeah.
something like that.
No,
It's
but I think they mostly live. Yeah.
oh, so they're just gonna be like imprisoned,
Actually,
thrown like cellmates with Aizen or some
I
shit.
don't remember. I
Yeah.
think the ending was so fast. I just have no recollection of how they
Was the
wrapped that
ending
up.
of Bleach Rush?
Yes.
But that's the thing. That's the thing is no one knows how it's gonna go because now Kubo's involved.
Yeah.
So they could really like do shit
Okay.
well for the
Okay.
anime.
Okay. Here's my thing.
Okay.
Okay, but I can see it with Kubo because he is one of the cases where he was quite literally forced to end it because
Yeah,
his health
by Shonen, yeah.
was getting that bad.
Oh,
Well, not
I didn't
Shonen
know
Jump.
that.
He like, yeah, his health was really fucking bad, which is kind of crazy because art is literally fucking goated
I didn't know he
all
had
the way
health
to the
shit.
end.
I thought he was one
No,
of the
yeah,
few that were healthy.
no, it was really bad. Like to the point where
Interesting.
he like just had to stop.
Yeah.
But he clearly still has passion for it and he still wants to work on it.
Yeah.
So I could see that, but I don't know. I don't know how much they could add because everyone always says that like anime original ending or whatever, just add a bunch of shit.
It's not going to
Like
be original, but there's
you
going to
just think they'll
be
add stuff. Yeah.
well because they're
I will say
already
Bleach has been very good at adding shit. They've added a
yeah.
lot from the
Oh yeah.
manga.
Apparently,
Whole Squad Zero Fight is entirely different from the manga.
see, yeah, I didn't know that. When they're
They,
stuck in a
they,
big
they
ass
just got
tree.
yeah, they just got fucking folded in the manga. It was mainly fucking the guy who makes all the zanpakutos. It was just him cooking,
It
but they
still
made
kind
it
of
to where
was
like
mainly
everybody
him
was.
cooking and the show. And
Really? I
mainly,
remember everybody
well, everyone gets
kind of
their little
participating.
moment, but he's the one who's mostly doing shit. Or there's a lot of
Right.
focus on him until he gets folded.
Apparently there was a Uryu fight or something that was really stretched out. Was it
E-
this episode?
Uryu and Senjumaru, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this
Which is cool
episode.
because Uryu I felt like was just sorely lacking screen time in the manga. Um
Yeah. Well, okay, that's my also like how do you get so powerful? Because like he was not that powerful last time I checked. I guess because he got the Almighty.
he's got powers from Thwatch and he has his own
Yeah.
shrift.
Um that does that mean he can see the future too? Like
Oh no, he doesn't have Almighty.
oh, I thought he
He
got
has
the
something
Almighty.
else.
Something
He has
else that
something
starts with
else.
an A.
Yes.
Apparently this next episode, the Ichigo versus the Watch fight, half of it's gonna be new.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the fucking
Half the
animation in the
airtime.
trailer,
Yeah.
right? That was.
Yeah.
But you
Oh
said
yeah.
there's scheduling issue. There's like production, like the schedule is
Um
not very good, right?
I don't remember. Like I don't remember what the leaks I saw said. If it was
Yeah.
Bleach or something. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, there have been talks, and this is scaring me a little bit. There have been talks from some of the biggest leakers. Like there's a dude I was telling you named Viatrant that
Yeah.
Pierre was having issues with pay, like Mappa,
Oh shit.
which that's a little frightening. Um, but I think as of right now they're still doing fine, and
Yeah. It's just.
I have confidence as long as Kubo's on because I know
Yeah.
he's not going to let shit pass if it doesn't, go according to
It is
how he
kind of.
probably wants
Yeah.
it.
No, I agree because it does have it. The schedule is pretty demanding. Like
Yeah,
we're getting a core a year, and all 12 episodes are like pretty consistently high quality. Like.
Yeah, that and but they also created a new studio, which means presumably they brought on new people
Oh really?
somewhat. Well, I think the director, I don't know who the series director is still the same, but I'm sure they probably have more animators.
I'm just like Piero's like
Yeah,
they have a lot on their plate after this. So I like
just fucking drop Boruto, dude. No one cares. Like no one
nah
cares.
people gas up the manga. People are gonna tune in for sure.
Because
And Black Clover too. But to be fair, Black Clover I don't think it has
but
that
they're
much
not
content
doing
left.
anything with Black Clover right now, are they? Are they still on that?
It's monthly. Oh you mean the anime?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on hiatus. They stopped like
yeah,
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is like that. So well maybe another studio will pick it up then. Actually, it's
yeah.
possible.
I don't know.
But like what the fuck was I gonna say?
Production.
Yeah, production shit.
Yeah.
Like I think they will. What they might be planning to do is move back to Boruto or something. Because I mean I'm kind of convinced like pretty soon after Thousand Year Blood War, Kubo might come back.
Oh,
He
he
might come
will.
back.
I think it's all
He's
but
gonna do the
confirmed
Hell
at
arc.
this point.
I feel
Yeah.
like he's gonna do the Hell arc
I
for
think
sure.
Hell Arc's coming before. I don't think they're gonna do a remake. Okay,
I
but
don't.
if
No,
if
I just
they
don't think that's. I don't think that's viable.
if they are doing a remake, then it's not. It's definitely not the priority or anything like
No,
that.
that would be like way later.
Yeah, but no, I mean Hell Arc I think is all but confirmed at this point. Like it's definitely
I
gonna
would.
happen.
I would be so hyped for that because like, well, we got all the heavy hitters of fucking Shonen Jump ending, bro. Fucking Bleach coming back. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Bleach
I'd be
could
following that shit.
Bleach could revitalize the industry. With Jujutsu ending.
Speaking of which,
Oh, that's true.
ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
my Bleach. Um,
sorcery fight.
Sorcery Fight
We've talked about for 3
has
years now.
ceased. 3. Oh
is
my
over.
god. Yeah, we have 4 years. No, 3 years. We talked about 2020.
Yeah, yeah, because it
Yeah,
ended.
it's over. It's crazy though, because we talked
And
about the manga over a year ago now.
we
It
did.
was September of last year, I believe.
What the fuck,
Maybe
dude?
it's even earlier than that.
I think it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, I don't know,
Let
dude.
me hold on. Let me see.
So, chat. It turns out Jujutsu Kaisen has the worst ending of any anime or manga I've ever seen
Yeah, it's pretty
in my life.
pretty terrible. No.
Absolutely terrible, bro. It's just
Here
I've
we
gotten off
go.
Twitter. I've gotten off Twitter.
I
Like
know. I know. You know.
I'm just done with the hyperbole and like
You sound like
the
Homelander
fucking.
right now.
I sound like what?
You sound like Homelander.
I'm
I'm
done
not being
with the
persecuted.
hyperbole. Persecuted for my strength.
No,
No,
but
but
I
like
do get what you
seriously,
mean.
like My Hero, like the My Hero ending was fuck. I don't get it. I fucked with the My Hero ending. Like I guess all the proof I really needed was people thinking the AOT ending was bad, however many years ago. Like
People,
when
yeah.
any anime or manga ends, people are gonna shit on it. Like
Was it
I can't think of an ending that people unanimously love.
was it you that said, or it was someone on Twitter or you that said, like, if it's not the best ending of all time, then it's horrible?
Yeah,
Yeah. Like,
somebody on Twitter said that, not me, but that is a
yeah.
bar.
Like,
Like
because that's definitely true. Like, but I don't think I've seen a like I've been on Twitter for a few years now. I don't think I've seen an a
well received
manga
ending.
ending like well on Twitter ever. Like,
Okay, well, because we have the Glazed manga that everyone fucks with,
oh, Hunter x
which
Hunter.
is Hunter x Hunter,
Yeah,
never gonna end,
yeah.
and Berserk, which is also never gonna end, and Vinland Saga, which is not ended,
Berserk
One
really
Piece,
isn't ever
which
gonna end.
is never gonna end. No, I'm just kidding. It's probably gonna end soon, but still,
Yeah,
when One Piece ending drops, it's gonna get shit on, like 100%. Like there has never. I can think of a few. I think everybody likes the Mob Psycho ending. Everybody who's seen the show likes the ending,
yeah.
which
Oh, I haven't even finished Mob Psycho.
that is true.
I completely forgot about
Um,
that.
Uh, Full Metal, I think everyone likes the ending. I've only ever heard good things about the Full Metal ending.
Yeah, Full
Um,
Metal is a very well done ending.
because like he gets married at the end or something. I don't know.
Yes.
And I mean, people shit on Bleach. People shit on Bleach's ending, however many years ago. I saw fucking posts from back in the day of people shitting on the Code Geass ending, and I don't
Oh
love the
no,
Code Geass
okay.
ending, but
So
people back in the day didn't like it.
that shit came back recently. I saw someone the other day on the timeline being like, "Yeah, Code Geass ending is just not good," and it got like however many likes. I was like, "What are you
I don't
talking
love it.
about? Everyone loves the Code Geass. Well,
It's not
not
my
loves,
favorite
but
ending, but like not good is crazy. Like I genuinely can't think of a like
yeah,
I'm trying to think of like a manga, well, not a manga I read hasn't been well received, like an ending for something that has like Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's pretty bad actually.
okay, here's the thing though.
That's
Here's the
pretty
thing
bad.
though. I feel like the key to it is if people don't hype it the fuck up when it's going on. Like if it's just a
Exactly,
modest, like everyone
exactly.
kind of agrees that it's like not like outstanding, groundbreaking, but it's a decent like what's an example of that? Like Kaiju number 8 or something like that. Some shit like
Yeah,
that. Where everyone agrees it's like, it's not insane or crazy or out there or whatever, but it's a solid, like everyone can get behind it, it's generally
exactly.
enjoyable. And when it ends, I'm sure
When it
people
ends,
aren't,
it's gonna be fun.
yeah, I'm sure
It's
people
gonna
are
be
gonna
fun.
be
Like,
like they're gonna see the same thing. Yeah,
cause Full Metal, all the discourse ended like 15 fucking years ago, so we didn't have to hear about that.
yeah,
Like, and everyone just accepted it as one of the greats because it was like on Mal, like #1 for so fucking long. It's like, okay, well, why would I question whether or not it had a great ending? Of course it did.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's just, and this is my okay. I'm gonna go on a rant about
Um,
most anime communities just in
the
general.
second
Like
the new gen,
the worse, like the
yeah,
more popular, and I've been watching it with some of my favorite manga, and it's been so sad. The more popular a fan base gets, just the more of a fucking cesspool it becomes.
yeah,
And part of my fucking problem is people not being able to enjoy a story while it's happening. While theory crafting is like cool, and there was a lot of theory crafting and analysis going on. I was in the JJK fan base just before it came toxic. I want to say it
yeah,
became toxic around the Yuki Chozo and Kenjaku fight. Um, which people just hated on that for whatever fucking reason. And like just people got so caught up in theorizing about what was going to happen that they just didn't stop to A, enjoy any chapter the week it was happening, or B, just like try to meet Gege on his terms and understand that this is how he wanted to end the fucking story. And just because fucking Big Dick Daddy Gojo didn't fucking come back and fuck everyone's assholes doesn't mean that it's a bad fucking ending. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. And like it just got even to the point because I was a big part two Coper. Like I was a big JJK ship it in Coper. I still think it might be possible, but
Yeah, somewhere down the line, I think.
somewhere down the line.
Yeah.
But like people even got so attached to that idea that they're like, if there's no part two, the ending shit. And it's like, well, why don't you read the
Yeah,
fucking
that's most of what I
chapter?
saw. That's most of what I saw is that people were they were coping over part 2, and then when it became more and more apparent that it wasn't going to happen, they're like, okay, so yeah, if they don't clarify this into part 2, then the ending's bad.
Just
Here's
a
the
lot of
thing.
yeah.
Here's the thing that I have an issue with is I feel like it's okay to not like an ending or like to not think the ending's great, but people use that as an excuse to become extremely toxic about it online.
Yeah.
Like you can just say like, yeah, I didn't really like the ending, and like that's fine. Everyone's
No,
entitled to
but
their own
for
opinion.
everyone to be like, no,
But
this ending was ass.
people take it
Like,
to the extreme. Yeah,
yeah, I
which is just
just.
very strange behavior.
But it's just so funny because you also saw people switching up, being like, you know what, maybe My Hero wasn't that bad. I literally
Yeah,
like saw people fucking ranting about that shit. And they're like, you know what, maybe it wasn't that bad. And I mean, I wouldn't expect like because most people just don't understand the character work
yeah.
and the themes in Jujutsu Kaisen. They really don't. Um, and I'm not saying this is like I'm not saying this like just to hold superiority or whatever. I genuinely try to read the series and I closely read it because I love it that much. So to see people like misunderstand it is just it's frustrating. And like and Bleach, I'm sure it was the same way, dude, with fucking like people saying it was rushed. Kaden, I think you're really gonna like the Bleach ending.
Oh, I'm
And it's
sure.
technically not the ending because Hell Arc is coming,
Yeah,
but the ending I think is good.
yeah,
Like past how they beat Thwatch, I really like it.
yeah. See, I don't even
Um,
know how they
and
beat
I
the
think when it's
watch.
and here's my stance: when it gets animated, people will switch up. When JJK ending gets animated, people are gonna switch up so
Oh,
fast.
I'm sure.
It's gonna be crazy because that's what happened with AOT. People shit, and here's what I've learned: manga. I love manga. Manga fans are the fucking worst, bro. Manga fans are so
Yeah,
fucking
and I thought anime
intolerable.
fans were kind of bad, but like
No,
somehow manga fans are like even, which is crazy because one would think that people have. I hate using this term because it's so overused at this point, but one would think that manga fans have a higher media literacy than anime
because
fans
you have to read.
because you're
Yeah,
reading, like you have like you're literate and like you can understand
at
fiction,
the very least. Yeah,
whereas you're not just like watching some shit. But
people really
yeah,
aren't.
for some reason, like people, and the other thing that I feel like what people don't understand is like the I don't like saying the West because it makes me feel like very like fucking the weebish stereotype. Like, but
Us over here on the feeble
yeah,
West.
yeah, but like people in the West, like especially like in America, like their opinions have a big impact on the people who do this shit in Japan. Like, I've seen a lot of people, like especially like the animators. There's always the big anime shit where the animators will go and say like, I'm fucking done, like I can't do this anymore. Like they always point out people in America
Yeah.
who are doing this
Look
shit.
at look at fucking Isayama.
Yeah, right. Because
I'm not aware of whether or not the Japanese fan base was harsh towards the ending, but I know the fucking American fan base
yeah,
was. That's
yeah,
for sure.
and yeah, he got like shit on for no reason.
For real,
Like,
for no fucking reason, for ending the story how he wanted to.
yeah,
Like it or dislike it, like you don't have to shit on the fucking author. That's what I also don't like. People are getting way too fucking comfortable just like actually calling out the person and accusing him of not caring about the manga when he literally had to undergo fucking appendix surgery and he
yeah,
still went through with the fucking ending.
yeah.
Fuck, just I fucking hate everybody, dude. I hate fucking, I hate fucking, I hate anime fans. I hate manga fans. I hate fucking Elon Musk. I hate like
Okay, keep going, keep going.
I had to rant about that for a second. I just saw that fucking shit ass motherfucker on stage.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
he
yeah.
sucks.
That's some
I hate him.
crazy grifting. Like that's some crazy dick riding.
Jumping in the air, belly out is crazy, bro. Like Sorry, he does own Twitter, so it's tangentially related, but I just had to say that.
Yeah, no,
But,
that's some crazy
um,
grifting.
yeah, so
Yeah.
me personally, I love the ending.
Okay.
I don't think it's everything I ever could have imagined it being, but, like,
Yeah.
what ending is, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, no, and I'll be completely honest. Like, I was a little unsure of the ending at first, but then I realized, like, this is really Gege's first manga, right? Like,
Yeah,
he hasn't really done
also,
anything before, and it's become debatably the most popular manga,
it's
like
iconic as shit already,
of
yeah.
this age, yeah, of like the new gen. And one of the most popular like stories ever at this point.
Yeah,
Um, and like he ended it how he wanted to, and you can
yeah,
tell that it was planned because you heard all the shit with the editors, how what they were saying, and like
uh-huh,
I wasn't 100% sure of it at first, but like I don't want to say come to terms because that implies that I still think negatively of it, but like I realized it was like it's a decent ending. Like,
yeah,
is it the best ending I have ever seen? No,
I
but
think
like
so, yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like the manga is a 9 out of 10. Like
Yeah,
you know, um,
and also, I just don't agree with this perspective that everyone seems to have, where it's like the ending can completely sour an experience. I just
I think that
I don't think I generally feel like that.
I
If
think
I enjoyed most of it,
yeah.
then the very end is not gonna bother me.
For me, that's only going to happen in the most extreme cases. If the ending was just
Yeah, agreed.
absolutely god awful, like
Like Game of Thrones, yeah.
I keep being told by everyone to watch Game of Thrones, but I
That
don't
might be
know.
the only example. Well, actually, no, because I still fuck with early Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
No matter what, I still fuck with early Game of
I don't
Thrones. Like,
know.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not really into
jump
that
on
sort
it.
of shit. Surprisingly, I don't
Fucking.
know. Yeah. Oh, you bet there's a lot of fucking. Maybe
Oh,
I may have
there
to
is.
lock in for Game of Thrones, but no. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's over,
Yeah, and I love
and
that. I'm
it
glad
was decent. It
you got
was
the
solid.
experience. I'm looking forward to Gege's next work
Yeah.
very much.
Oh, this is the Oshinoko pipeline.
Yeah.
I
God
need
damn it.
it. I need it.
Transition.
Speaking of which, Oshinoko has ended, and I'm gonna say it right now: either it or Bleach is gonna be anime of the year.
Oh
Um,
shit. The
Oshinoko
fucking
season 2,
sword village arc or whatever it's called, the sword festival.
the Tokyo Blade is what you're looking for.
Blade.
The Tokyo Blade arc is fucking peak. I can't even lie. Like season 2 was just so good. I'm not gonna talk a lot about it because I don't want to spoil you, but I don't, it's really modern day kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like
Modern day type shit.
yeah, like they're
Elaborate.
it's just it's like kids like in the modern day, but it's like they're realistic to an extent. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I feel like that realism and I guess Jujutsu does it pretty well, but like
Okay. Yeah.
I can't use Chainsaw Man as an example because it doesn't take place in modern day. I don't know, but
Yeah.
like it just feels like very real, but at the same time it's about reincarnation.
Interesting. I wouldn't have figured
But
that would be.
I feel like I don't know, like the plot does so good at like not focus like reincarnation like isn't really that big of a plot point in the show after the beginning when
Mm,
they're actually reincarnated. Um, I don't know. It's just heat. I can't even explain it. It's just fucking good show. Um,
I'm I'm more intrigued than I was like a few weeks ago. That's for
it's
sure.
it's stellar. Let me just say that it's stellar.
It's stellar.
Okay, it is stellar. Um, some great characters, some great character Oh, and I will say, I think I told you the other day, it has such like okay, I haven't read the manga yet, probably will, but it's such a
Anime's really
good
good.
adaptation. Like,
Mm,
because there are just some crazy, like, there's this one scene where, okay, so there are two girls who are rivals in the show, not to get super into spoilers, and they're trying to compete with each other and shit like that. And there's this one part where, when they're both acting in the play, like, they're both kind of like syncing up with each other and like they kind of understand each other for once. And there's like this
mm,
crazy, like, beautifully drawn, like, it's getting like, it looks like a painting like, it's a beautifully
yo,
drawn sequence where they're fucking dancing in space and shit like that. It's like the Toto shit where he's fighting
what's
with his
going on?
idol. And like
Yeah.
they're dancing in space, this beautiful fucking music, and like split second cut, the music had just cut, and then one of the girls is like, nah, I can't allow this to happen. Or some shit like
Well,
that.
Holy
and she
aura.
like,
Holy
and it's
aura.
like, oh my god, because like I don't know how they do that shit in manga, but like I don't know.
Right.
The music is great. It's beautiful. 'Cause it's by a studio that no one's ever heard of, like Doga Kobo, whatever. Like
Fuck
who?
is that?
Who? But it looks like fucking movie quality half the time. Um, yeah, I don't know. Oshinoko, delightful, splendid, even.
Delightful, splendid.
Um, moving on, moving on. Code Geass recapture of Z. When did I finish this? I think I finished this right after we recorded the last episode. Um, watched that. It was fun. It was fun.
It was
Uh,
fun little detour.
it was fun and it was fine.
Is there more
Both.
Code Geass stuff coming?
See, I don't know because I was under the assumption that this show would be a multi-season, but it's not going to be. Like they end it.
Oh,
Like
really?
spoilers for Code Geass recapture of Z, or sorry, Rose of the Recapture. My fault. My fault. My fault. I forgot they changed the name.
I
Um,
did.
at the end, because it's the two brothers, but one of them is like a girl actually, and she used her Geass on one of the dudes who wasn't even her brother because he's like an expert mercenary to help her take down the bad guys.
Mm.
Um, the dude she uses her Geass on dies. Like he's free to the Geass, and then he's pissed because she used her Geass, and then they start working together actually, and then he sacrifices himself, and then she treats her Geass like a curse. So she looks in the
Right.
mirror and she uses her Geass to make her never talk again. So
All right.
she's just like kind of there now. Which, by the way, waste of Lelouch's powers, might I say. Lelouch would not have wanted that. Um,
You fumbled.
I don't. He says that in his voice. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was a show. They rushed the ending a little
It
bit.
was a show.
It was, but it was decent. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed
Worst
it.
Code Geass property?
No, actually, that would be the Code Geass R2 picture drama.
Oh my
Um,
fucking god, I forgot about those. Fucking Nunnally in Wonderland or whatever
Natalie
the
in
fuck that is.
Wonderland. Yeah, this is probably the worst Code Geass, but it's 7 out of 10. So it's like it's not bad. People were,
Right. Still Code Geass.
as we were just talking about, shitting on it on
Okay,
Twitter.
what were people like expecting though? Like to be fair, like
Like, yeah, of course it's gonna be a cash grab. This is coming out
yeah,
like almost 2 years after, or 20 years after the original show. Which that's crazy, by the way, that it's almost been 20 years since Code Geass came out. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun, enjoyable show. I still liked it. It was cool. They brought back all the old characters for like 2 scenes.
mm.
So that's going on. My Hero, I have not been watching. Haven't watched the last like 5 or 6 episodes. I just
I think
haven't
it's
really
about to
thought about it.
end, so you might as well just wait.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. When's it gonna end? Oh, October 12th. Okay, so I haven't. Jesus, I haven't watched half the show. Okay,
God damn.
episode 21's about to
Lock in.
air. I haven't watched since episode 14. Yeah, I gotta lock in. Which is weird because I was enjoying it. I just it was just a
Top
lot of random
priority.
shit going on. Yeah. Um, Monogatari still haven't gotten to Uzumaki. Have you seen the shit about
Oh,
this?
this
The
is.
great
I
fumbling.
saw the funniest fucking tweet. And it was this guy being like, "Yo, they actually did a good Junji Ito adaptation," and then
Yes.
he quote tweeted it later, and it's
Yes.
fucking Denzel Washington like
Drinking out of the
sounding
bottle in the
vodka.
car. um, I haven't
That
actually watched the second
is
episode yet.
that is so sad. That's
It's
just
Western
what the fuck
production,
were they?
everyone.
What
Am
were
I
they
right?
doing?
Western production, everyone.
What were they doing
So here's what
for three
happened.
years, 4 years?
The higher ups suddenly decided to switch studios. So the three choices were: don't air it, only air the first episode and nothing else, or switch studios after the first episode.
What the fuck?
I
What
don't
hasn't this
know
been like in production for like
for 5 years.
4 fucking years?
For 5 years, yeah.
What the fuck have I get? They just had to have been like stopping it, right? Like
I
halting it.
see. That's the thing, though, is I don't even know after you switch the studios, how is it still that bad? Like, okay, I don't think it's like unwatchable. Like, I'm still gonna watch it for the plot. You know what I mean? But like,
But the first episode was good, right?
the first episode was awesome. Like, the animation was
Yeah,
great.
I've
But
heard.
I mean, this new episode just kind of looks
The
like
characters
background
are
animation.
taking back shots and going up the stairs.
Yeah, yeah. When you're fucking a ghost walking up the stairs. Um, Yeah,
That's
I
so
really don't
sad.
know. It's really
Crazy.
strange what happened. I'll keep watching. I mean, it's only 4 episodes. Like, who cares? I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Animation
whatever.
isn't everything, you know. But it is a little bit of a disappointment because the anime. But
Yeah.
however, apparently there is hope because the director of the first episode is on the last episode too. So
So
I don't know
maybe they did
if
other
it was
episodes, but just not
yeah,
the
if it was the
second
first and
one.
last episode
Hopefully,
is the same
very
studio, and
least.
the second and third, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was
But
crazy to see because we've been waiting for this shit for so long. I remember watching that trailer in like fucking yeah
yeah,
2020, dude, and I was like, yo, Uzumaki.
yeah, they changed it from
Never came.
Studio Drive was the original studio that was going to do it, and they were
Studio
the ones who
Drive.
did the new uh Konosuba season,
Okay.
which the animation was it was Konosuba, you know.
Yeah,
And
it's
then they changed it to Studio Akatsuki. Crazy dick writing, by the
yep.
way.
Fucking Itachi on this shit, bro. What's going
Crazy,
on?
crazy dick writing, by the way. Who I'm looking through their shit. The only thing that I see that I know that they did was the new season of Fooly Cooly that everyone fucking hated.
Oh yeah, that
So,
came out too.
uh, yeah, I was gonna watch that, then I saw the reviews, and I'm just not gonna bother anymore. So that happens. It's unfortunate, but I'm gonna keep watching. I haven't even
Oh,
watched the second
dude,
episode yet.
dude. Look back.
Yes, yes.
Oh, this is what we
Look
were coming
back.
to. All right.
Well, okay, hold on. I watched Dawn to Dawn, the first episode.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you wanted to. So did I.
You're on that?
Yeah, I'm on that.
Youngblood?
Uh,
Youngblood.
Henry fucks
Um,
with it, so he
yeah,
fucks with the manga heavy. So I was like, all right,
yeah.
I'll lock in and watch it.
It's interesting. Like I think it's gonna be a solid show, you know.
It's a solid pilot.
Yeah. I don't know what it's gonna be about.
Let me just say, yeah, it just gets better as it goes on. Like
Yeah. I've
it
seen some
really.
crazy manga panels where they're like fucking in the high school or whatever.
What?
Um,
Oh my god, when they're slipping on semen in the
slipping on semen.
in the hallway.
What happens? Daddy walks in. He says, "I'm next."
Yeah, that seems to be everyone's impression is just a freaky ass anime, but it really does not get any worse than this. Like
Oh,
this
bro,
is
I'm
a.
trying to see him
But here's
fuck.
my thing: is like they do this in like. I'm not saying they do this in like every anime, but there to some extent there's freaky shit in almost every anime. I
Yeah.
don't know how we're not used to this at this point.
Yeah. Honestly,
I don't
I
know
don't
when this
know.
anime generation got so soft.
Got so soft.
Fucking
Yeah.
snowflakes.
Yeah. Watch
Um,
Bleach, buddy. Okay. Like,
I like it though. I think
yeah.
Science Saru is a very good choice
Oh yeah. Well, you
for
know,
studio.
they do one show a year, and it's
Yeah,
heat
perfect. And
supposedly
they're
every time.
clearly dedicated to adapting it. So
Yeah.
I'm glad they chose it.
Yeah. They're what Mappa was supposed to be.
Yeah,
Um.
fucking the former CEOs moving from studio to studio trying to get out
Yes.
make a honest fucking living.
What's M2 doing? They're on Pluto. You didn't watch Pluto.
They were on Pluto,
I
yeah.
completely forgot Pluto existed until the other day. It's funny because it was Heat, and I remember a lot of people talking about it. Pluto is last year's Uzumaki, except it stayed good animation all throughout. You know, where it's just that highly anticipated adaptation of an old manga that's been coming for
Right?
years. It's done by a wacky new studio. You know,
We're
it's
probably like,
got
you can't adapt this.
yeah, and then it happens and it's good. Except Uzumaki apparently isn't.
Fucking
Um,
terrible.
it's crazy. How do you fuck up a 4 episode show? Um,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
but
know.
yeah, but yeah. Done it on first episode solid. Look
I like it.
back. I
Oh, you got
went
close to the mic for that. He locked in.
look back. I went and saw that shit in theaters. I was actually gonna ask you to go see it with me, but whenever I bought the tickets, there were no two seats next to each other. It was so full.
Damn.
I don't think I've seen an anime movie that full except for when I saw End of Evangelion.
The Rays movie's about to go fucking crazy, bro.
Oh, you know, I smell crazy in there. Um,
Gooner
but
Central.
Gooner Central. Look back was honestly that may be up there for one of my favorite theater experiences.
Mm.
Like it's so good. The movie is so
I
good.
love I love the fucking
You read the
I
manga,
love the
right?
story, yeah.
You read the one shot.
It's super fucking good.
Yeah, I
I
would
can't imagine
encourage you to
being
go.
animated.
I would encourage you to go.
I will say the manga is its own experience though.
Oh, I'm
It's
sure.
well, I mean, I don't know how different it is, but I'm sure they don't change anything, but like stylistically, Fujimoto always just the way he
Yeah.
uses
Yeah.
panels and the way he uses art is
Oh
just
yeah.
it's always worth reading his stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm going to at some point.
I wonder
Um
if I wonder if they'll do Goodbye Airy. in
So
some
the
shape or form.
director said that he's not going to do it.
Okay.
Um, the director of this movie said he's not going to do it because he's not sure it would fit his style and he doesn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a little more surreal, if
yeah,
you can believe it.
yeah. Um, so I don't know, but yeah, look back, and it's crazy because this was the director's first time directing anything. He was
Really.
assistant director on Devilman Crybaby,
I guess what I say, yeah, he was like on that, yeah.
but he's never directed a movie. And that was only assistant director role.
Right.
The main voice actors for the main girl, Ayano, is that her name?
I don't remember.
Oh, Ayano Kyoji. Um,
I know Koji is
Ayano
in town.
Kyoji. That was her first time voice acting.
Perfect.
Um, it was just so fucking good. It was so beautiful. It's a
Hide-
10 out of
Hideo
10.
Kojima's favorite fucking movie.
Yes, bro.
He
Could
goes for
not
that
stop
shit,
talking
bro.
about that. Yes. Yeah, I'm afraid if that's Hideo Kojima's favorite movie, it's about little girls. Like,
All right, bro. Come
I'm
on.
no, we're slowly realizing the freak that man really
No, he's
is.
not. He just fucks with Mia Goth and Hunter Schafer.
He's scanning women's feet, bro. Like,
Yes, of age, of age. There's no children around.
I suppose. I suppose. Look at him. He's devious, bro. Him
His
versus
devious.
Kubo in a devious match. Like,
They could go aura for aura.
oh,
That's
they
for sure.
could. No, but okay.
It's
Kojima doesn't really
Kubo.
have that crazy aura though.
I think Kojima's like he's got like he's like the little finger of like the
Okay, I
he's
don't
literally
understand that reference.
I'm saying he's like sniveling. He might
Okay.
stab you in the back.
He's got the eyes and
Might,
aura.
might betray you. Yeah,
He's got the
exactly.
eyes and aura.
Kubo's
Kubo's got
gonna
the
pull up
Thwatch
straight up.
aura.
He's gonna fucking throw off his sandals. Like he's gonna
Yeah. Oh yeah.
throw fucking
Oh,
hands.
you don't want him to throw off his sandals next
Kojima,
to Kojima. Uh,
I'm saying he might pull up
uh,
in snake formation and lick those toes.
okay, bro. Look Back was peak. It was a great movie. I was tearing up a little bit. Um,
Okay.
Beautiful
I'm gonna ask
adaptation.
where it ranks, but I suppose we'll save that for a couple
Two
episodes from now.
episodes. Two episodes. Yeah, I'll leave it as a surprise. I'll leave it as a surprise. And we still
Okay.
don't know yet. We still don't know yet. November, December are going to be our times to lock the fuck in for 2024
Oh
movies
yeah.
because we haven't been thus
Yeah.
far. I'm trying to think if there's any other anime. MF Ghost season 2 just started. No one gives a shit.
What?
Yeah.
I did
Um,
not hear about
I
that.
haven't gotten around. I've been trying to work on some school shit, so I haven't watched
Oh
that
yeah.
or the new episode of Uzumaki. But yeah, that
Damn.
came on, and at least the first season, like all the initial D fans were coming out of the woodwork. Their rare time to shine on Twitter, and they were like, "Guys, we are so back."
But when they
But
realized it wasn't all their favorite characters doing the same shit, they were like,
but that's what's crazy is Takumi is gonna be in this season.
"Oh really?"
I mean, probably like this is when he comes into the story, I
Like
believe.
the fucking the meme where the guy stops digging and right as the
Right?
diamonds show.
Yes. Well, because as it's been explained, apparently Takumi is like the fucking
The god of the racing world,
yeah. Well,
the
no.
ghost,
What's
the ghost of the Fujiwaras,
no. What's the motherfucker? The wax on, wax off. Why can I not remember?
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, he's like the Mr. Miyagi of Initial D
Oh, I
now.
see.
Um,
It's not the
and
Miyagi-Do way.
then the glazing. Have you seen the clips?
I've seen the show.
What?
I've watched Cobra Kai, dude. I fuck with Cobra Kai heavy.
What?
It's so. Me and my sisters watch it. It's
No
the
fucking
cheesiest show ever, but it's so fucking hilarious.
That's
There's
crazy
the
glazing.
sensei from the original movie is so funny.
Oh,
Or
what's
like
that motherfucker's name?
Johnny's
Yeah.
John Kreese.
Crease,
Kreese is
yes.
so fun. Dude, there's fucking scenes where he's going around because he takes over Cobra Kai at one point. He's like recruiting people like Thanos. He's like, we got to put together a team. And there's like this scene where fucking Johnny and Daniel are like
Oh,
they're
they're in the
looking
car
over a
together.
no, they're looking over like a grid of the city and they're like, okay, this is what Cobra Kai's doing. It's like,
What
bro,
the fuck?
it's
Okay,
not
have they
that
like
serious.
are they aligned by now in the show?
They've combined dojos, but
Oh,
they're starting to fracture a little bit. Yeah,
they can't get with each other's styles.
yeah, exactly. That's not the
Oh.
Miyagi-Do way.
I've seen so many clips of him glazing Mr.
That was
Miyagi
one
in
of
the
the
show.
funniest fucking
Like,
memes. Every fucking comment section, it was like, it was just people being like, "Stroke it, Daniel, this time."
with Keith Danielson. Um,
No, there's some hard as fuck fight scenes in Cobra Kai though. Like there's this
no, I
one
know,
dude named
man.
fucking there's one dude named Chozen who like goes hard as
Chozo?
shit. Oh, Chozo's in it.
He's just randomly reincarnated into the Karate Kid universe.
Oh, and yeah,
No.
the Kreese the Sensei is so funny because in real life he's like ride or die about this shit. And he's like, Cobra Kai never dies.
What's the clip?
Let the games begin.
What's the clip of Johnny and fucking and and then Daniel in the car together? And one of them's like, you like Speedwagon? And the other one's like, what kind of man doesn't? And they're just silently riding, listening to fucking REO Speedwagon.
It's really funny. It's a funny
It
show if
it
you get
looks
past all the
funny,
fucking the
but it's
teen
CW
drama
acting
shit.
though.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
CW tier. But I love it. It's so
anyways,
fucking goofy anyway. Tangent.
anyways, MF Ghost is back. No comment on that yet. Um, let's see. I think that's it. Looking forward a little bit. What do we got? We got. Okay, this next year is the
There is.
year of random directors coming out to make shit. Because we
Okay.
have Moonrise. Well, that's not random director, but that's Wit coming out of the woodworks
Okay.
for just some random original. We got
Got it.
Virgin Punk from the director of Kite. It's like his
Oh,
first
chill, man.
first directing thing in like years.
Probably gonna watch Cut at some point.
Um, oh, you need to. That's heat.
A runtime's tempting.
That runtime though. We got who's this motherfucker? Okay, well this show called Grotesque, new Cloverworks banger.
Okay.
And then Lazarus, the Chad Stahelski
Oh shit,
fucking
that's coming out next
Shinichiro
year.
Watanabe, yeah. Just a bunch of
Okay.
random shit. Um Solo Leveling's coming in January, season
Solo
2.
leveling.
Solo Leveling Arise from the Shadow.
That's the
It's
name.
the tagline of it. Yes.
All right.
We
Stay
got
season 2, low bro.
Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus. You need to lock on for that now that you're
Oh
in.
fuck, dude. When's the college arc coming though?
I think that's it. No, I don't know. Well, okay, I don't know if you just saw, but the light novel's about to end.
I don't know where I
Um,
would see that, but
I,
that's
I
that's
guess
crazy.
I guess that's crazy. Um,
Are
Kaiju
they in
number
the second child being born arc or something?
maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Childbirth arc, labor arc.
Labor arc. Um,
The baby starts to distort reality because it has a personality disorder.
okay, bro. Ranger Reject, Kaiju number 8, all coming next year.
Oh, three-way battle coming?
What three-way battle? Oh. See, it's like I forget that we read the manga. And it
You're
wasn't
already
even that
fading,
long
yeah.
ago. It was a few
Yeah.
months ago only. Um, yeah, this has
Damn,
been the
crazy
Misfortune
shit.
podcast. Just a well, what were you going to talk about? Or Don? Is that what you were going to talk about? You
Oh no, I
said,
was just gonna say I'm basically caught up with the Hunter x Hunter manga, and
mm, mm,
I love it. Like I wasn't a like I almost said it Hunter x Hunter, bro. That's crazy. Um, when I
oh
first
my
got
God! Wait,
into
you almost
Hunter x
did. That's
Hunter,
crazy. Wait, you
yo,
don't do that. You don't do
I'm gonna
that.
stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. When I first got on Hunter x Hunter, I was like really into it, like back in fucking 2018 when it was like one of my first like anime period. Um,
Yeah.
and then just at a certain point I fell off because the arc it was the big arc it wasn't interesting to me, and
Mm,
I think I found my love for Hunter x Hunter in the fucking manga because it's like being able to really just sit there and take in because bro, like you think the shit that you've seen like is complicated, like
yeah.
Hunter x Hunter is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
The current arc that we're in, which is my favorite arc by the way, is like so many characters are introduced every chapter. There's so much politics happening in such a small space. And so like so many fucking different threads happening at once, but it all works somehow. And it's probably because that man Togashi's in there fucking writing like a fiend on hiatuses. Like so
Yeah.
he's able
That's
to plan
true.
shit out like really crazy. That's one advantage. But like it's so fucking good, dude.
I've heard it's like the universally acclaimed manga, the one that no one hates on.
But that's the funny thing is I think it's really just started to get good like in the manga, not even the anime material. Like
Yeah.
I think you would fuck with what's in the manga.
I don't know. See, no one hates on it yet until I get involved.
Oh my
It's time to
god.
start a revolution on Twitter.
Yeah, nah, no, I know you'd like it, bro. I know you'd like
Maybe,
it.
maybe. I don't. I mean, the anime's been on my plan to watch for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Um, who knows? We might have to. Hey, we do have some possible manga to run up.
This is very true.
Let's just say that. In the coming years,
We'll leave that there.
we'll leave that there. We know the one that we're talking about, though. We're on the
Yeah,
same wavelength.
we have big talks.
Been
We'll
a
just say
long.
it's finished. It's finished.
Been a long. Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I thought you meant like the
We're talking about the same
negotiations
thing?
are finished.
Oh no.
I was
It's a
like,
done
what?
deal.
I was like,
That's
okay,
the
I guess we're
girl.
doing
Yeah.
it. It's
It is a
could
completed
be coming,
manga.
could be coming. Watch out for
Oh,
January. Watch out for January.
you watch
Or
out now.
wait,
Be wary.
would it be January? Oh, we still have 3 episodes left this year.
Yeah.
Oh, who knows? Who knows what we're gonna do for that in between one? But
Well, I think it would it might be multiple episodes maybe. Cuz it's,
it's not
cuz it's
that long.
okay, then it's two fucking series.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's just 2 seasons.
What?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, that the manga. I thought you were talking about the anime.
No, not the anime.
Okay, my fault.
Are you trying to watch the anime?
No, not that anime.
What?
The one you're on right now.
Oh, what are we talking about? I have no fucking idea.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be running up a manga and we'll be running up an anime at some point in the
Yes.
future.
Yes.
We'll be running up an anime though
Here very soon.
next
Ready.
episode.
Next episode.
Next episode. We will be returning to anime.
Probably have a guest if he does the assigned readings.
I'm a little worried because I know he hasn't
Best
started.
ever.
I know he hasn't started. We'll see though.
No, bro, he can make it happen though, bro. He
Yeah, that's
can
true.
win,
I forgot.
bro.
He's the resident anime watcher in your
Let him get sick. We're good.
family.
I told him about you, bro, in your prime. Like when you get sick,
Oh,
like
I'm daddy.
your performance, yeah.
I'm daddy. I
Like,
perform.
it's just not on another level.
I'm off the charts, buddy.
This
I'm off
sounds
the
crazy
charts.
out of context. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's put it in context. This has been the Most Fortune
This has been
podcast.
the Spoken Podcast.
What
How long is this episode?
Little under 245. We're getting up
Not
there.
bad.
We're getting up there.
We're
We're
getting
going
up
on our
there.
little tangents.
We are.
You know, having our little chats.
I like that.
And we didn't even finish recording that either, which is good because I need to.
Oh yeah,
I had to take a shower.
I think this should be the new standard. This should be.
I'm
the
a
new
big
standard
fan of
for
this.
sure.
Instead of starting at like
I'm like in
10:30,
the 9:30.
11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I got up early today anyway, so like I'm like let's
Oh yeah.
wrap this shit up.
I skipped class this morning, so I did not get up early today. But
Oh,
yeah.
the joys of college, being able to skip. out
Oh
your
yeah.
fucking classes.
Oh yeah. It's big fan of that.
I unfortunately can't. A lot of my classes. I just have to, like,
some of them I can't. Yeah.
some semesters it just be like that.
Yeah. Like, bro, I'm taking a fucking junior level class and attendance is mandatory. Like, come on.
Bro,
That's
like,
crazy.
Be serious.
Like, be for real right now. This has been the Most Horse podcast.
This has been the Sports Podcast.
Fuck you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening.
Greetings.
Fuck you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. Oh, I thought you were gonna end it there.
Oh, you think I should?
Yeah, just end it there.
Okay. Well, no, that didn't seem very formal. Like,
we got in our fuck you guys for listening. I mean, what else do we have to say?
I need to get another one. Like, we need to officially say fuck you guys for listening.
We'll see.
Goodbye.
We'll see now it's wrapped around to where it's like funny because we're discussing it after the fact.
Right. So now we
So,
kind of.
You can just end it here. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck you guys for listening.
Fuck you guys for listening.
See now, but you ruined it just there.
What?
You talked over the Jushudo.
I was saying fuck you guys for listening. You did it too soon. You fucked up if anything else.
No.
How are you
See, I
gonna
just
say it
didn't.
and then expect me not to say it?
Listen. Okay.
Jushudo.